on out. Terry Lannister had a very impressive place effort last time he was here in Cornwall with us. So it was good to see him run well and get a top 10 finish, the best of his career. Number 1 for the Lightning Sprint. Couple of driver changes to note here tonight. Jordan Poirier is going to be aboard the number 28P tonight. Up into turns 1 and 2. Mikel Benoit, the number 25, making his way through turn number 2. Carl Latondra, the number 8 machine, making his way off of corner number 2 as well as the green light on. Session number 2 for the Lightning Sprint is back underway. Jean-Christophe Bolduc in the number 1 fastest time there, 13:199. Jordan Poirier, second quick on the speed charts at 13:306. And the man with all top 5 finishes in 2020, Tommy Morrow in the 22, making his way up into turns 1 and 2. David Daou in the number 36, heading down the back straightaway. The 4X, normally driven by Ralph Niederer tonight, that is going to be piloted by Jeffrey Ware in the number 4, and behind him in the number 427 tonight, that's Ralph Niederer. So there is a driver change right there. Ralph in car number 427X tonight. The 97 making his way up into turns 1 and 2. That is Matthew Durham. Matthew Durham in the number 97. Session for the Lightning Sprint underway. Coming out, ending this session for the Lightning Sprint. They'll be making their way back out later on for their qualifying heat races, 3 in total for them. Maxim Foley in the 87 quick time there with a 13.722. Vintage division rolling track side right now for their first hot lap session of the day. 3 heats in total. 2 with the cars from the 70s and 80s, and 1 for the 50s and 60s tonight. There's Tim Charland in the number 12, making his way up into turn number 1, followed by the man making his first start of the season here at Cornwall in the number B10, that is Paul Billings. Ryan Como back aboard the number 28 machine, headed down the backstretch, followed by Brian Billings out of Kentville. Behind them, Sheldon Hoogworth making his way down the backstretch into turn number 3. Steve Lackey back aboard the number 88. Denzel Billings Jr. in the X22. Pat Charlin, one of the dominant drivers in the 50s and 60s class. Another 50s and 60s driver, Darrell Wilson, out of Kempville in the 00 machine. The Buzzy Rudiman look-alike colors. Green lights are on. Section number 1 for the Vintage is underway. Yellow and a checkered, or yellow flag coming out. Ryan Como around over there in between turns 3 and 4. Well, that will end hot lap session number 2, or number 1 rather, for the Vintage. Hot lap session number 2 ready to roll track side. And there's Tim McColeman out of Kingston in the number 09, making his way down the front straightaway. Randy Gaudette from North Augusta in the number R75. Kayla Charland out of Kentville in the 13, and there is Jason Powers aboard the number 53 out of Athens. Josh Powers just behind him, also out of Athens in the number J73. The 11, Avani Bedard out of Almont. Kingston's Brian Powley in the number 74. Green lights are on, session number 2 for the Vintage. vintage hot lap session is complete. 358 modifieds rolling trackside for their first hot lap session of the day. They will be back out in a little while for their time trial session, which will set the lineups for the qualifying heats for round number 2 of the Fat Less Chip Stand Canadian National Series here at Cornwall. 33rd event in this series. Corey Wheeler won his first ever series race a couple of weeks ago. He is back in tonight's field, making his 17th career start. The great Jen Goddard in with the lineups, as always. As the first group on track, led by Iroquois' Luke Whitaker in the number 30, and Bouchier, who's already been to victory lane once this weekend. Not in a modified car, though. Jumped in the Speedster and took a little bit of cash home with him back to Drummondville, the number 21. And Mario Claire in the 22C, a winner this year here at Cornwall. Chris Raby in the number 01, former Fat Less Chip Stand Canadian Nationals champion. Kyle Dingwall, second place finish for him last time the series was in action on September the 6th. Corey Wheeler, the winner of the last series race, the Fat Less Chip Stand 47. And Joey Lannister collected his first ever top 5 finish in this series in the number 23 machine. Green lights set to come on. Green flag will be out at Luke Whitaker as he'll make his way off to turn number 3 and 4. And it'll be hammered down as hot lap session number 1 for the 358 modifieds is underway. Jan Bouchier topping the leaderboard at a 14.049, 14.049 for Jan Bouchier in the number 21. Mario Claire, Chris Raby, the top 3 as Muddy Matt Williamson, fresh off a second place run last night at Merrittville to Gary Lindbergh in the number 6 out of St. Catharines. Behind him from Yamaska, Quebec at the number 13, that's Kevin Amell. Tyler Javog in the number 85 out of Ottawa, back here with us in turn number 1. Kerry Terrance from Hogansburg, set to make his 33rd consecutive start in this series. He has started every single event since the series inception in 2010. Behind him in car number 15B, that is Brianna Ladiseur, Bree out of Cornwall, Ontario. From Ganawage in the number 23, that is Mike Stacy off turn number 2. Lee Ladiseur in the number 88 machine out of Alexandria, the Mr. Radiator Jim's Performance Plus Ford machine. Green light set to come out. Session number 2 for the 358 Modifieds is underway. And Matt Williamson, fastest in session number 2 with a 14.113. 14.113 for Matt Williamson looking for his first ever series win here in the Fat Lass Chipstand Canadian National Series. As the grinder, J.F. Corvo making his way out in the number 96. Brian Slim McDonald, new car for him in the number 151, making his way up into turn number 1. The one of David Hebert out of St. Damas, Quebec. Brian Arbethon, Valley Sales and Equipment number R70, making his way into turn number 1. Steve Bernier off of a win at Autodrome Drummond on Friday night. He's in the Two Brothers Racing number 25 star. Mikel Lebreche, a little bit of a new look for him there in the number 99 out of Lachine, Quebec. And that will do it. Session number 3 for the 358 Modifieds on track and ready to go. Sportsman waiting in the wings for their timed hot lap session. And the hot lap session coming up for the Sportsman next will be setting the lineup for the qualifying heats tonight. So, Jason Aikman, session number 3. Session number 3 draws to a close. Steve Bernier, 14.030. That is quick time overall. And the number 25 star, defending the Fat Lass Chipstand Canadian National Series champion. Focus now shifts to the TAS Racing Sportsman Series. Martin Belanger is here in the house tonight. What's going on, Mart? What's happening over there?
It's been a busy Sunday, as always. At least it's really nice outside. It's one of the first nights I get to hear here. But, we're not sure about the weather, but
no.
It's nice to be back at the track and prelude to the fall showdown that we're supposed to have in 2 weeks. Yes, fingers crossed.
Yep. We'll get there.
We were transparent in the pits with everyone. We'll hear some news probably tomorrow or Tuesday about that event, but as of now, all systems are a go. Everyone sees the news. A lot don't believe it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's been the last few days, few weeks has been really stressful concerning not only COVID but organizing everything here at the Speedway. So it's happy to be here, and we'll enjoy tonight, and we'll see what's going to happen for the rest of the season.
That's for sure. The first group of Sportsman drivers on track for their timed hot lap session. Justin Lalanset, the all-time leader as far as consecutive starts is concerned. He has started every race in this series. He will be the first driver to take time in just a few moments. Of course, Jonathan Ferguson was the most recent winner in this series, picking up his second career series win on September the 6th. Fourth driver to win multiple races in this series too, by the way, in the Blackville Curling number 44 round. So he'll try to work the bottom in this session as Justin Lalanset and a host of others trying to work around the top side. We'll see how this pays off for them. As group number 1 comes across the line, Ryan Stabler will actually be the first driver to take time, and he will clock his ride in at a 14.635. Jonathan Ferguson, 15,189, 15,693 for Kyle Thompson, 14,809 for Lancet, a 15,028 for Robert Delormier, 14,709 for Stabler on lap number 2. Ferguson at a 15,353. Carl Parkman 15,581 for Lancet, 14,818. Robert Delorme, 15,092. So Ryan Stabler, quick time for the first half of group number 1. Back half of group 1 rolling to the speedway at the moment. South Glengarry, Ontario's Jason Rose in the 18JR making his way up into turn number 1. There's Adam Rosen back with us once again in the number 3 machine out of Castleman. Billy Cook in the M70. Keep your eye on Denny Ford. He's always quick in these time trial sessions. He's a those who just joining us on 360nitro.tv, we welcome you to the Cornwall Motor Speedway time hot lap session for the TAS Racing Sportsman Series on track at the moment. Ryan Stabler, quickest of them all right now, 14,635. 358 Modifieds had their hot lap session just a few moments ago. Steve Bernier, quickest overall at 14,030. Track a little bit drier than what these drivers are used to at this point of the day, so we'll see how they handle things. Green lights are on. Back half of group number 1 is under green. Rose will be the first driver to take time. He'll set his big red machine up to the bottom off of turn number 4 and across the line. Lap number 1, 14,666. Adam Rosen, fourth quick, 14,910. Billy Cook, the gentleman, he goes a 15,201. Denny Ford at a 15,020. 15,054 for Jason Rose. 14,894 for Adam Rosen. Billy Cook at a 15,478. Denny Ford, 15,203. So Ryan Stabler, quickest overall in group number 1. He will start on the pole for heat race number 1. 14.635. Group 2A, ready to go. Martin Belanger has got them.
Groupe numéro 2A, Group 2A on the speedway. Making a return to competition tonight in the 22E. It's Eric Govro in the red and white car, the 65 of Gilles Godard, the 58 Steve Morris, and the 38J of Jarrett Urbison is also on the speedway. 22E ici de Eric Govro qui effectue un retour à la compétition ce soir dans la voiture, deuxième voiture de l'équipe. 65 de Gilles Godard, le 58 de Steve Morris et le 38J de Jarrett Urbison. So again, you'll do some practice laps, then we'll throw these off trials. We'll remain on the speedway. Les voitures vont devenir on va faire quelques tours de pratique ensuite. On ira. Retour immédiatement pour temps chronométrique groupe numéro 2A. We'll go to timed hot laps for Sportsman Group 2A. 38J of Jared Urbison will be the control car in this group. We go green, we'll see what these drivers are able to do. Unfortunately for Logo, there's no transponder on the machine. For 14.841 for Jared Herbison. Morris are able to do better. 14.203 for Zachary. 15.451 for Steve Morris. Jared Herbison does even better. 14.658 for Jared Herbison. Temps de référence 6.58. 14.658 le temps de référence. Jared Herbison 14.658 for Jared Herbison. Time to beat in Group 2. 2B on the Speedway. Le groupe 2B en piste. 22C of Cedric Govro. New ride for the young man. Well, it's a 2019 Bicknell that had a lot of success in the last few seasons. Was owned by Shane Picor. So they bought that car a few weeks ago, and they've been running Autodrome Drummond at other speedways, and he's trying that here tonight. Ferguson from the 88 of Fire Swamp. On Saturday evening with the big Sportsman class. He was the last few and he had a good run on the Saturday evening. 14th, so good run. They get a boatload of cars there this year. It's the new Fulton basically.
Just for the information on that, they had 41.358 in big block modified. 40. Yeah.
As we go, groupe 2B ici pour les temps chronométriques. Au fall showdown ici du côté de Cornwall. Ce n'est pas le dernier événement de la saison. On le saura plus tard cette semaine avec l'événement au mois d'octobre. Pour l'instant, on est ici ce soir et on profite de cette belle soirée. So Jared Herbison tops the board, 14.658. Cedric Govro in second, 15.016. Gilles Goddard in third, Fire Swamp fourth. Steve Morris, Dale Gifford, Dominic Merkley, Chris Ferguson, and Eric Govro. No time on the 28-2E as Group 3A. It's the Speedway, Tim.
That they do, and this guy, before too long, he's going to get himself a feature win in that 04, and that's Scott McGill out of Cornwall. C.D. Beauchamp had a very impressive debut in the first leg of the TAS Racing Sportsman Series 2 weeks ago, coming home in position number 12, the best of the first-timers a couple of weeks back. Gabe Sear in the 94 out of Cornwall, Michael Delorme from Akwesasne in the number 10. Mentioned C.D. Beauchamp was the best of the drivers that made their series debut 2 weeks ago. Michael Delorme finished 16th as his first tryout in it. Dylan Kirkland 17th, Fire Swamp 20th, Kalen Draper 22nd, and Dale Gifford 23rd. Unfortunately, not the best of nights for some of our first time entrants, but we'll see how they fare in this one, and we'll be keeping our eye on drivers like Michael Delorme, Beauchamp, and Fire Swamp, and a host of others. As we go green, first half of group number 3 on track, Scott McGill. In the 04 machine, will set his ride up off the top side of corner number 4 and across the line at a 15.233. C.D. Beauchamp will bring it to the line at a 15.236. Gabe Sear tops the board, 15.020. Michael Delorme, 15.415. Checkered flag in the air for McGill. He will go 15.093, a little faster on lap 2. C.D. Beauchamp 15 at 369. Gabe Sear 14.890, 14.890 for Sear, 15.683 for Michael Delorme. So Gabe Sear quick time so far, and a 14.890 in group number 3A. As the back half of group number 3 rolls trackside, Ricky Thompson in the 1R. Making his way up into turn number 1, the Brass Horse Pizzeria ride. Justin DeRosier from right here in Cornwall in the number 29. Aquasauce's Daryl Mitchell in the number 37, also added to this group. So that is it. The back half of group 3 is on track. The Assist to Sell mini stocks waiting in the wings for their hot lap session. Give these drivers a quick few hot laps here to get adjusted to things, and then we'll go into their timed laps in just a few moments. So green lights are on and we are back to full speed. Ricky Thompson will be the first driver to take time. Former Pro Stock track champion of the Mohawk International Raceway. Won his first career Sportsman race right here in Cornwall back a few years ago, and he posted a time of 14.824. Daryl Mitchell, he comes across the line at a 15.729. Justin DeRosier, 15.564. Thompson across the stripe, 15.020. And he is atop the leaderboard right now. DeRosier and Mitchell across the line, 15.415 and 15.841. So Ricky Thompson, 14.824. He will start on the pole for heat race number 3, but Ryan Stabler, quick time overall at 14.635. He gets a pat on the back and a handshake for that one.
Yeah, bragging rights in the pits for Ryan Stabler, which is all good for him, but still a lot of racing to go for the Sportsman. They'll come back later on for their, not the hot laps, but for their 8 events, and then the 50 lap counting for the TAS Racing Sportsman Series, the second leg tonight. But right now it's mini stock on the Speedway for their hot lap session, the 49 of Alexis Charbonneau. The 33 tonight driven by Yann Potvin, 10 of Christopher Cordeau, 2 of Frank Belair, Dan Cook in the 87, and Brendan McMillan in the 23. Bon groupe de voitures ce soir. Just looking at the lineup here, there's one guy that's making a return to competition at the Speedway, the tall guy, Marc Desnay, is with us tonight, so I don't know if he will be able to visit the winner's circle. It's been a lot of different winners here at the Speedway, and I know he was up to track about 4 or 5 hours from here yesterday racing, so been doing a lot of traveling over the weekend.
Yes, he's about 6'6", standing outside of the car when he jumps on the car after he wins. He's about 8'10" or something like that, so tall man. And as you know, he's pretty strong, Mark. He picked you up literally with one arm.
Yeah, he almost broke me in half last year. That's why I hope he doesn't win this year. Thank God for COVID.
That's right. Well, 358 Modifieds lining up for their first time trial session of the day. Much like the Sportsman, we'll divide them up in subgroups. So Group 1A will be rolling to the Speedway in just a few moments. You tried to get me, Austin. You really, really tried. Track, Luke Whitaker, Chris Raby, Corey Wheeler, and Jan Bussier. Across the line, green in the air. And Whitaker will be the first driver to take time. The King Edward Auto Parts third Outlaw apparel number 30. We'll set it up on the bottom side of turns 3 and 4 and across the line for lap number 1, and he'll clock in. And 14.630, Raby comes across the strike, 14.732, Corey Wheeler comes to the top, 14.445, Jan Bussier second quick, 14.528, center in the air on Whitaker, he goes 14.548, Raby 14.706, Corey Wheeler across the front, 14.614, 14.497 for Jan Bussier, so Corey Wheeler 14.445. That is quick time right now in Group 1A. Joey Lannister in the 23 making his way out. Kyle Newell the 66. Mario Claire in the 22. Back half of group number 1 on track. Jason Aikman has the green in the air, and we are back underway. Joey Lannister will be the first driver to take time. Solid effort in the first round of the Fatless Chip Stand Canadian National Series, coming home in the number 5 position, getting his first ever top 5 in this series. He'll bring it across the line for lap number 1. Lannister clocks in at a 14.16. Kyle Ginwald 14.558. Mario Claire 14.535 puts him third quick on the speed charts as Lannister tiptoes around the bottom side of the speedway off the turn number 4 and across the line, 14.845. Dingwall 14.519. Mario Claire 14.682. Won't be enough to stop the man who won round number 1 a few weeks ago in car number 47S, Corey Wheeler 14.445. Group 2A on track.
Groupe 2A en piste, Group 2A on the Speedway. We have the 6 of Matt Williamson, 13 Kevin Amell, 15 of Brianna Star, 23 of Mike Stacy, and the 66X of Carrie Terrence. Control car, the 6 of Williamson. This is the Williamson. Gets the green flag here. Will be busy times for the St. Catherine driver. They'll be in action next week at Brockville for both nights, and then we will be in action for the Oktoberfest format, replacing Super Soirée de Course in 2020. He tops the board 14.452. He'll come and get the second flag here. 14.427 for Matt. Best time in Group 2. 14.427 in second. Mike Stacy, Brianna Ledsar, and Carrie Terrence, your top 5. So Matt Williamson, always fast everywhere he runs, and right now your leader in group number 2, as 2 cars are joining the speedway right now with the 88 of Lee Ledsar and the 85 of Tyler Javogue. We'll see if they're able to get some a good time to join the top 5 here on Lee Ledsar. Veteran runner here in the 88 of Jim Performance. He's currently position number 6, and Tyler Javogue goes up to third, 14.828. 14.828 for Tyler Javogue. Second and Javogue remains in third. So Matt Williamson, Kevin Hamel, Tyler Javogue, Mike Stacy, Brianna Ledsar, Carrie Terrence, and Lee Ledsar will be your lineup for heat number 2 tonight in preparation for the 50-lap event. As Group 3A joins the Speedway, Tim.
That they do. Steve Bernier off of his first win of the season at Drummond on Friday night in the 25-star. The Grinder, J.F. Corvo in the 96, Ryan Arbuthnot in the R70, and Brian McDonald, the West Front Construction 151. Green lights are on, and Bernier over the first round of time. Bernier 2 wins in 2020, getting his first ever win at the Brockville Speedway earlier this year, and backing it up with his first win of the season at Drummond. He takes it way up to the top of the turns 3 and 4 and across the line. 14.521, Corriveau, 14.958, 14.917 for Arbuthnot, 14.093 for Brian McDonald, currently 4th quick, checkered in the air for Bernier. On lap number 2, he goes to 14.747. Corriveau, 14.966. Arbuthnot, 14.857. And Brian McDonald, 14.981. So Steve Bernier continues his quick pace, 14.521 quick time there, followed by Ryan Arbuthnot at 14.857, 14.958 for J.F. Corvo, 14.981 for McDonald. Group 3B is St. Damas, Quebec's David Hebert in the number 1, along with Mikel Lebrecht in the 99, and Matthew Bargier making his modified debut with us here tonight in the number 124. Many drivers that has followed him. The Pierre Dagenet owned 124 machine in 2020. As David Hebert will bring his ride up on the top side of the racetrack through 3 and 4. Kind of similar line that Steve Bernier is using, and he'll click off his first lap at 14.526. 15.164, Bargier 15.272. Checkered in the air. We'll see if David Hebert has anything for Bernier as he comes across the line. Number 2. 14.827 won't get it done. Lebrecht 15.624 and Bargier 15.151. So Steve Bernier quick time in group number 3, 14.521, 14.521. But Corey Wheeler sets quick time overall with a fast time, 11th. Dominic Merkley improved to his 15th place finish as his best career finish. Chris Ferguson, his best finish now up to 18th. Jared Herbison became the 24th driver to earn a top 5 finish and the 46th driver in series history to get a top 10 finish. So things looking up for Jared. All he's told me is I got to try to beat that 44 car. So that's his mission tonight. That's what I told him. I says, good luck. Because he's pretty good right now. As the first heat for the Lightning Sprint division, 11th race of the season for them. On track and underway, green lights are on. Tommy St. Sauveur and Carl Latondra leading away into turns number 1 and 2, but it's Stéphane St. Laurent leading away on the top side. Moving to second, Latondra got a little bit out of shape on the back straightaway. Something to going on with that machine, and it is slowing considerably here in turn number 1. Now he picks it back up behind the David Daou number 36 ride, but he's lost a lot of ground to the leaders. Into turn number 3 goes the number 6 of St. Sauveur on the top side, but Stéphane St. Laurent down around the bottom. Working lap number 2, he's got the lead by about a car length, as behind them Maxime Foley, who has a win this year, holds on to third, followed by Jordan Poirier in the 28. Then comes the 427 new look for Francis Laliberté out there tonight. He rides in the 5 spot with David Daou in 7th, or 6th rather, bringing it off the turns 3 and 4 to cross the line, and halfway home, 4 down, 4 more to go in the opening heat for the Lightning Sprint. Stéphane St. Laurent trying to get into victory lane here tonight. He's got about a 4-car length advantage over the 87 of Foley now. Holds on to second as they work in turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Still getting into that single file formation, and right now Stefan St. Laurent with the clear-cut advantage down across the line. 2 laps left to go. Best finish of the season for Stefan St. Laurent, second here on September the 6th. Fifth in his most recent effort at Autodrome Drummond on the 19th of September. White flag in the air for Stefan St. Laurent. Foley and Poirier, your top 3 right now as they head into turns 1 and 2. Final time down the back straightaway as they head into turn number 3 and 4, and that will do it. Stefan St. Laurent with the victory. Second will go to Maxime Foley, and third will be Jordan Poirier. Tommy Saint-Sauveur, Francis Laliberté, and coming across the line to complete it will be David Doe in the number 36 machine. Already done with heat race number 1. Heat number 2 ready to roll trackside, led by the driver who has all top 5 finishes in 10 races this year, Tommy Morrow.
Yeah, pretty impressive run here at Cornwall this year, and I think these guys have been enjoying their visits here at the Speedway. We have the 22 of Tommy Moreau, the 1 of Jean-Christophe Bolduc sharing the top line, 16 of Eric Sonborg. For 427 next of Raphaël Nederer, the 25 of Michael Benoit, 97 and the 9 of Eric Béchard as we go green, and Moreau to the lead over Bolduc. Tommy Moreau qui prend les commandes sur Jean-Christophe Bolduc avec Eric, le vétéran Eric Sonborg en 3e position. Mais la bataille se fait présentement pour la première position entre Moreau et Bolduc. Beaucoup de succès pour ces 2 pilotes. On les a eu à quelques reprises en entrevue cette saison sur 360nitro.tv ici du côté de Cornwall. Alors, c'est Tommy Moreau et le meneur. Comme Tim le mentionnait, des top 5 aux 10 épreuves cette saison pour Moreau. Donc, beaucoup de constance de son côté. Christophe Bolduc, qui était du côté du Bas-Saint-Laurent hier, a gagné en 4 cylindres. Donc, beaucoup de route pour les pilotes de la voiture numéro 1. Et du côté de Cornwall ce soir. So, Jean-Christophe Bolduc won in the 4 cylinders in the Bas-Saint-Laurent, which is a lot of hours from Cornwall Speedway. So, a lot of traveling for this young man here, driving the number 1 in position number 2 right now. As Tommy Moreau is the class of the field. 97 of Tommy of Mathieu Durum spins in turn in number 4. The yellow flag is out. Le 97 de Mathieu Durum fait partie de la super équipe de remorquage du plateau. Super team of remorquage du plateau. They've been really good and really strong this season with the Lightning Sprints, and good to have them as sponsors, not only here for the Lightning Sprints, but they'll be part of the sponsorship deal as well for the Fall Showdown, located in Elmer, Québec. Provient de Elmer, Québec, remorquage du plateau. Donc, si vous êtes de l'Outaouais, on a beaucoup de gens de l'Outaouais ce soir. Si vous avez des problèmes avec votre voiture, on vous recommande remorquage du plateau, qui pourront vous donner un bon coup de main. C'est en service d'Éric Loyer et son groupe. Donc, on de retour au back Good start for Bolduc, but Moreau has the edge from the inside. Moreau qui a eu une bonne course ici avec Jean-Christophe Bolduc avec 2 tours à faire. Moreau qui mène la balle sur Bolduc. Sonborg tient bon en 3e devant Michael Benoit. Et Raphaël Nederer, Béchard et Durum complètent le peloton. Le blanc est donné. White flag is on for the 22 of Tommy Moreau. Bolduc trying everything right now to pass the leader. But Like I said, Moreau has been really strong. You get the checker flag, Tommy Moreau in front of Jacques-Christophe Bolduc, Eric Sunborg in third, Michael Benoit fourth. The 427 of Raphaël Nederer, Mathieu Duran et Eric Béchard completes the field. Another strong run for Tommy Moreau. Go get some points for this series. That's the Cornwall Speedway series that has been going since September 6th, sorry. And they'll run over the Fall Showdown weekend on Saturday and Sunday, as heat number 3 is on the Speedway.
Yes, sir, as Terry Lannister goes away from the pole in the 74. Outside, Simon Jacques in the number 88, and outside of row number 1, row 2, it's Eric Miro in the 72, along with the 5 of Trevor Gaucher. Two-time winner this year in the number 96 with Xavier Lauzon, and Jeffrey Ware in the number 4 machine. Green lights are on, and we're back underway. 8 laps is the distance. Simon Jacques out into the lead, jumping up to the high side. Terry Lannister rating his tire tracks. Trevor Gaucher opts for the alternate angle around the speedway. That's not the good way. The caution flag will fly at lap number 1. Trevor in the number 5, making his 5th start of the season. All of his starts have come right here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway in 2020. Terry Lannister in the number 74 had a great run the last time out here at Cornwall, finishing up in the number 6 position. Making his 6th appearance of the year, all of them right here at Cornwall as well. Just behind him, Eric Miro in the 72. Best finish came right here as well at Cornwall on July 12th. Xavier Lauzon, well, he was the driver to beat about mid-season. Opened the year with an 8th place finish here on June 28th, and then he just went crazy. July the 4th at Granby, he was 2nd. Back-to-back wins, July 12th and July 25th here in Cornwall. August the 8th, he came home in 2nd. A little bit of a bobble at Drummond, coming home 9th on August the 15th, but backed it up with a 2nd place effort on August 22nd at Granby. Not so good of a run last time here in Cornwall, coming home in spot number 11. And a little story about that one on September the 6th coming up. Green lights are on. And Simon Jacques once again out into the lead. Terry Lannister just continues to impress. He gets better and better each time he's out in this lightning sprint, holding on to 2nd. But here comes Xavier Lauzon, showing you why. He was dominant at about mid-season here, winning twice, and he holds on to 2nd now, taking it away from Terry Lannister. He'll close in on Simon Jacques for the lead. You notice Xavier Lauzon with a little straighter line up off the corner at lap number 3. Working it through turns 1 and 2. Simon Jacques hears him back there and knows he's right there to challenge for the lead. It's a top 2 breakaway at the front of the field with Lannister and Eric Miro now dicing it up for 3rd and 4th. Cross the line, halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Simon Jacques in control of the field. Xavier Lauzon right there to challenge, right behind him in 2nd. Into turn number 3, Simon Jacques drives it into the corner once again, slips up the hill. Here comes Xavier Lauzon after him down the front chute. 5 down, 3 more to go. 3rd and final heat for the Lightning Sprints on track as the Vintage Division lined up and ready to go for their first of 3 heats on the day. 2 to go this time by Simon Jacques with the lead, but Lauzon right there to challenge him into turn number 1. Gets to the back bumper. We'll see if he has anything for him. Once again, that straighter line up off the turn for Lauzon. Closing in turn number 3, Jacques gets a little wide coming into turn number 4. Opens the door for Lauzon, white flag in the air. Everybody trying to keep their cars on the bottom of the speedway. That's where the most bite is. Here's where Lauzon is at his best. He drives it up to the back bumper, can't quite get to him. Into turn number 3, Simon Jacques washes up the racetrack down across the line. Simon Jacques will get the victory. 2nd will be Lauzon. Eric Miro will cross in 3rd, followed by Jeffrey Ware, Terry Lannister, and Trevor Gaucher takes it off the racetrack in turn number 3. So that will do it for heat race number 3 here in the Lightning Sprints. They'll be back later on for their 23-lap feature go later on. Just wanted to remind everybody, if you're looking for the latest edition of Area Auto Racing News, Patrick Mulligan has it. If you're looking for it, he is down in front of Tower A. $3-for-1 special. $5. You get 3 papers. Pretty much explains it right there. Not an awful bad deal. So go on down there and see Patrick, and he'll take care of you with the latest and greatest edition of Area Auto Racing News. Green flag in the air. Paul Billings in the B10, trying to hold the lead and trying to keep it from Ryan Como. Ryan Como on the outside lane has other ideas, trying to get the top spot away. Comes across the line at lap number 1. Ryan Como has the spot as they head into 1 and 2. Paul Billings right around the bottom of the racetrack. Brian Billings in the B3. A lot of laps in this division around this speedway, also in several other classes as well. Holding on the third, but he's got Timmy McCollman right there to try to challenge him. Denzel Billings Jr. and Sheldon Hookworth also looking to move up as they work in turns 1 and 2. 4 cars nestled together. Look out, Paul Billings goes around. Brian Billings and Denzel Billings come together. Brian goes off the top side of corner number 2, and the yellow lights will come on with 2 laps complete. So caution lights are on here. 2 laps are complete. 8 laps is the distance for the 3 vintage heats, and then the first of 3 heats in the Grinder 358 modified division to set the lineup for tonight's 50-lap Fatless Chip Stand Canadian National Series round number 2. Then we'll go with the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Series. Their 8-lap heat events will set the lineup for their 50-lap second round of the TAS Racing Sportsman Series. Assist to sell mini stocks up after that. We'll conclude the qualifying heat races. We will not have to go for B mains or anything like that, so we'll go into a quick track prep and a very quick intermission. Then we'll be right back with the Lightning Sprint 23-lap feature go to kick off feature action. But right now, it's all about vintage heat race number 1. Green flag is out and we're underway. Ryan Como once again on that outside lane holds the lead. Brian Billings tried to hold that inside lane. That didn't quite work. Now here comes Denzel Billings to the inside lane trying to pick up second. And it looks like he will do so as he brings it across the line. And Brian drops back behind him into third. Meanwhile, good battle going on for the number 4 spot. Sheldon Hookworth from the 27 to the inside. He gets it from Tim McCollman. And in the meantime, picks up third from Brian Billings. Brings McCollman to 4th. So right now, Brian Billings dropping through the field as McCollman takes third back. Off the corner number 4 and down the front straightaway, Ryan Como looking pretty good in that number 28. Ryan holding on to the lead, running about the middle portion of the speedway right now, holding about a 3-car length advantage over Denzel Billings Jr. in the 22 machine. Tim McCollman trying to close in, switched up the racetrack just a little bit as we click off lap number 5 of this 8-lap heat event. First of 3 on the day for the vintage division as they work it down the back straightaway. Your leader, Ryan Como, well out in front right now. Everybody trying to drive those cars very gently out there as that racetrack is slick for these cars. Into turns 1 and 2 right now. Como working that extreme outside lane. Billings and McCollman at each other for second and third as they work the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4 and across the line. 2 laps, or excuse me, 1 flag in the air to the sideline. Final time into turns 1 and 2. Ryan Como looking pretty strong out there in the number 28. Holding the lead. The battle is on for the number 2 position. Denzel Billings Jr. has it. Tim McCollman trying to take it away, but off of turns 3 and 4, Ryan Como will use the top side all the way to victory lane. Number 1, Billings and McCollman second and third. Sheldon Hookworth in 4th. Paul Billings and Brian Billings will complete the rest of your field. That does it for heat race number 1. Heat number 2 lined up in the staging area right now as I speak. Scoreboard is clear. Austin promptly on that one. As we're set to go, Josh Powers out of Athens in the G73 with Steve Billings in the B3 alongside in row number 1. Steve Lackey in the number 88 along with the R75 of Randy Gaudette, and Jason Powers in the 53 will complete it. 5 cars, 8 laps the distance, second of 3 heats in the Vintage Division. Looking to set tonight's 20-lap feature goal for the Vintage Fall Showdown, sponsored by Cornwall Motor Speedway in McCollum. 3 laps are on and we're back underway. Josh Powers back to the lead in turns 1 and 2. Randy Gaudette back to the number 2 position. Dives down low, gets it away from Steve Billings, trying to bring Jason Powers with him. As Powers works the inside lane, he'll try for a third, and he's got it. Meanwhile, battle for the lead down the front straightaway. Gaudette down low. Josh Powers on the high side and give the lead to Randy Gaudette for a moment. Josh Powers trying to rally back on the top side. Now here comes Jason Powers, father and son, second and third right now. As Gaudette and Josh Powers leaning on each other out there coming off of turn number 4. They got really close coming off the turn, but Randy Gaudette able to hold the lead by a half a car length. Josh Powers and Jason Powers second and third, followed by Steve Billings and Steve Lackey. And now Gaudette flies up in front of Josh Powers. He'll take over the lead coming down the front straightaway. Into turn number 1, Randy Gaudette using that inside lane, a lane that he loved using around here when he ran in the Sportsman and 358 modified divisions in years previous. He holds on to the lead, flips it up to the middle portion of the racetrack right now at the halfway point. 4 down, 4 to go. Randy Gaudette shows no signs of letting up as Josh Powers trying to figure out a way to get by the 75 of Gaudette down the back stretch into turn number 3. Jason Powers holds on to third. Back there, Sunset Arlington. 4th is Steve Billings with Steve Lackey completing it in 5th. 3 cars nestled together have been the dominant force in this vintage division across the area between here and Brockville. They've done the majority of the winning in 2020. Off of turn number 4, 2 to go for Randy Gaudette. Josh and Jason Powers, second and third. Looking to gang up and trying to take that lead away from Randy Gaudette down the back straightaway. Josh has a pretty good run through the top portion of the racetrack. Jason down around the inside portion of the speedway, right in the tire tracks of Randy Gaudette. Down in front, white flag in the air. 3 cars right there together. They all could win this one. See if anybody has anything for Randy Gaudette. Down the back straightaway, he's got about 2.5 car lengths over the battle between father and son, Josh and Jason Powers, and that's how they're going to finish up. Randy Gaudette picks up the win. Second will go to Josh Powers. Third to Jason. Fourth will be the V3 of Steve Billings, and Steve Lackey will finish up in spot number 5. So that does it for heat number 2, heat race number 3 for the Fall Vintage Showdown, brought to you by Cornwall Motor Speedway and McCollum Media. Ready to roll trackside, going to be led by Kayla Charland in the number 13 out of Kempville. Beside her, car number 42, it is Pat Charland. Row 2, it's Tim Charland in the number 12 with Audie Bedard in the number 11. Final row, the 00, that is Daryl Wilson in the 74 of Brian Powley will complete the rest of your field. 6 cars, 8 laps is the distance. 358 modifieds lining up for their first of 3 heats tonight to set the lineup for their 50-lap Fatless Chip Stand Canadian National Series event tonight, round number 2 of that 5-race series. The other 3 events will be contested in 2 weeks' time, October 9th, 10th, and 11th, the first ever Cornwall Speedway Fall Showdown. Off of turn number 4, Kayla and Pat Charland lead us to the line, and we're green. Kayla with the advantage through turns 1 and 2 around the bottom as Pat Charland looks for running room on the top side. Tim Charland right there together. At least 4 times this season, these 3 drivers have finished in the top 3 in this heat. Look out, Kayla just about lost it off the corner, but he holds on to the lead. She'll hold the bottom lane this time through turns 1 and 2. Pat Charland is really quick on that outside lane, though. We'll see if he has anything for it going down the backstretch. Into turn number 3, Pat Charland running around the outside lane as Kayla down around the bottom. Click off lap number 2 this time by. It's Kayla by about a half a car length with the lead. Pat a little too wide off of turn number 2. Opens the door for Tim Charland and Daryl Wilson to get by Pat. Dusts up the back straightaway. Loses a lot of ground to the top 4 drivers. Gets down in front of Brian Powley to hold on to 5th. Right now, 3 laps are down. Kayla Charland with the lead. Tim right there to challenge her as they hustle down the back straightaway. Family affair at the front of the field. Darrell Wilson, Audie Bedard, and Pat Charland, your top 5, with Brian Powley completing the rest of your field. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go this time by, as Brian Powley goes around in turns 3 and 4. It pulls it to the infield. We are going to stay under green. 5 laps are complete this time by, 3 more to go, and Kayla Charland trying to hold on for the win. Tim Charland right there to challenger from spot number 2 is Darrell Wilson holding on to 3rd, and here comes Pat Charland trying to make a run out of it here. And yellow lights are on as Brian Powley was slowed on the inside portion of turn number 3, and yellow lights are on the field. So we're set to go. 5 laps complete. 3 more to go. Grinder 358 Modifieds winning in the wings for their first of 3 heats to set tonight's lineup for the 50 lap Fatness Chipstand Canadian Nationals second round. Kayla and Tim Charland looking to settle this one amongst themselves. We're back to green. Into turns 1 and 2 one more time. Kayla still holding that inside lane. She says if you want to go by me, you're going to have to try it on the top side, because she says she is not getting off that inside lane. Right now, Tim Charland right there in her tire tracks as they bring it across the straight. 2 to go this time by. Top 2 break away at the front of the field as Pat Charland looks to close in. Good battle there with Darrell Wilson and Audie Bedard for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, with Brian Powley completing the rest of the field in 6th off of turn number 4. White flag in the air. Final time around, Kayla Charland looking for the win. And Charland trying to deny it as they head into turns 1 and 2. Darrell Wilson trying to spoil the Charland party at the front of the field as they head down the back straightaway. Checkered in the air as Kayla Charland holds the inside lane. Tim Charland right there to challenge. Drag race to the line. Kayla Charland's going to pick up the win. 2nd will be Tim Charland. 3rd will be Darrell Wilson. 4th will be the 42 of Pat Charland. 5th goes to Audie Bedard, and Brian Powley completes it in position number 6. Vintage are complete. 358 modified, first of 3 heats on the day. Are you ready, Mark? 10 laps is the distance here.
Yes, I am. The Vintage are always putting on some great events here at the Speedway. I've said that a lot this season, but a lot of respect between these drivers, and they take care of their machine, and it's a great club to have at the Speedway. So
yeah, they really do. They take care of their stuff. They travel together. A lot of them are related to one another, so they share parts back and forth too. So it's good to see a great group that's been coming here quite often in 2020.
Yeah, and they'll be part of our fall showdown weekend.
Good to hear.
And I think they're part of the fall nationals as well.
They are 2 nights of racing, so it'll be great.
Yeah, they still have a lot of racing for them until October 11th, so good to see them in action here tonight. But now we focus on our modifieds as first of 3 heats on the Speedway. The 47S of Corey Wheeler, 21 of Yann Bussière, 66 Carl Dingwall, 22C of Mario Claire, 38 of Luke Whitaker, the 01 of Chris Raby, and the 23 of Joel Edsar. As we The Razor Record didn't like the start here on the first of 3 event. So 10 laps will be the distance, 10 tours la distance. Corey Wheeler est la voiture de contrôle. Lui qui avait fait le meilleur temps dans ce groupe partira premier avec Yann Bussière à ses côtés. Wired audio sign is the starting point for these drivers. Good start on this one. Wheeler on the bottom, Bussière middle of the Speedway. Good racing in turn number 1 and 2, and now they're racing in turn 3. Wheeler having the edge over Bussière with Mario Claire in battle for that third position with Carl Dingwall. Dingwall had a good jump out of turn number 2, taking that third spot. Too high, almost hits the wall in front of the grandstands here. Has to step back a bit in position number 4. Wheeler Le Menard en troisième. Mario Claire, Luke Whitaker, le top 5 présentement. Tout le monde roule complètement à l'intérieur, mais quand même des options en ce moment un petit peu plus haut dans cette piste. Alors qui tente de garder sa deuxième. Carl Dingwall aussi, Dingwall très agressif de l'intérieur. Alors que Corey Wheeler toujours le meneur, Mario Claire en bataille pour la 4e avec Luke Whitaker. As we are at halfway point, Dingwall takes that second spot off of the Those top 3 drivers will go into the inversion draw tonight with 21 cars on hand. It will be a top 9 inversion draw for the modifieds. All Corey Wheeler right now in heat number 1. Wheeler has a strong lead over Kyle Dingwall with Yann Bussière in third, Mario Claire, Luke Whitaker, as Chris Raddy and Jordan Carr going in battle for that 6th position here, as 2 laps to go for Wheeler, 2 tours à faire pour Corey Wheeler qui continue sa bonne performance jusqu'ici dans cette première de 3 qualifications en modifié. Devant Carl Dingwall, Yann Bussière en 3e, Mario Claire et puis Luke Whitaker, le top 5. Blanc est donné, white flag being displayed. Wheeler keeps his distance from Carl Dingwall. He was quicker on lap number 9. He'll come and get the checker flag. Your heat number 1 winner, Corey Wheeler, Carl Dingwall, and Yann Bussière for the inversion draw. Mario Claire, Luke Whitaker, and Chris Raddy rounds out the field for heat number 1. So I was mentioning Wheeler, Dingwall, and Bussière going into the inversion draw. Top 9 drivers part of that draw. As heat number 2, it's the Speedway with Matt Williamson, the lead car for that one.
And Ronnie Matt will lead the way from the top side of row number 1, and the number 6 inside. Starting second will be Kevin Amell on the 13. Row 2, it's Tyler Giavogue in the 85 with the 23 of Mike Stacy. Brianna Ladiseur in the 15B with the 66. A 4-time track champion, Carrie Terrance, and Lee Ladiseur in the number 88 machine will roll off 7th. 7 drivers ready to go. 10 laps is the scheduled distance. Off turn at number 4, green lights are on. Quickly through 1 and 2, Matt Williamson jumps on the lead, takes it away, and pulls away down the back chute. About a 4-car length advantage. 3 wide for third, Mike Stacy, Carrie Terrance, Tyler Giavogue. And right now, Mike Stacy, he'll pick up the 3rd spot. He's looking to the high side around Kevin Amell for the 2 spot as they're working off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. But Matt Williamson, smooth and steady off of corner number 4. Holds the lead by a straightaway right now. Kevin Amell has got the whole road behind him. He's got Mike Stacy and 4-time track champion Carrie Terrance hounding him for position number 2 as Mike Stacy will take it away. Carrie Terrance trying to figure out which line to pick. He's going to stay right in the tire track of Mike as they come down the front straightaway. Number 3. Right now, Kevin Amell not giving an inch on the bottom. He's trying to hold that spot. Nearly 3 wide again coming off the turn. Terrance wisely backs out, sort of, into turn number 3. As behind them, Tyler Giavogue and Brianna Ladiseur battle for position. Going on all over the place on this speedway. Matt Williamson is checked out. He's in another district right now as he heads into turns 3 and 4 with the lead. 5 laps down, 5 to go. The battle we're keeping our eye on, though, is from second on back. 3 wide again down in front. Carrie Terrance drive around Kevin Amell. In the meantime, Carrie Terrance, he'll try to pull by Mike Stacy for the 2 spot. Carrie says, see you later, I'll take it from here. As he works the top side through turns 3 and 4 and across the line, Carrie Terrance, your new 6th place car. To work though, Mike Stacy is third, followed by Kevin Amell. Now Brianna Ladisser saw how good the top side was. She'll try for fourth around Kevin Amell with Tyler Chavog and Lee Ladisser. Completing your field is Ladisser takes away spot number 4 with Chavog after Mike Stacey for the 3 spot. Into turn number 1, Brianna Ladisser on that high lane. It is working pretty good up there on the top side of the speedway. Right now, Matt Williamson can pretty much put his car wherever he wants to. Nearly a straightaway and a half advantage over Kerry Durant. In second, the battle is on now for third. Mike Stacey has it. Brianna trying to take it away, and like a rocket down the back straightaway, Brianna Ladisser to the 3 spot as they head into turn number 3 at the white flag lap. Final time down the back straightaway, St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, the defending Super Dirt Car Series champion. Roll through the bottom of the speedway and across the line, dominating heat race number 2. Second spot will go to Kerry Durant at the line for third. This will be a close one. It will be Mike Stacey at the line. Ladisser, Chavog, Kevin Amell, and Lee Ladisser will complete it. Action aplenty from second on bat, but Matt Williamson dominates heat race number 2. In the modifieds as we get set to go for heat race number 3. This is also going to be a good one. By the way, that's Matt Williamson's 5th heat win here this season.
Yeah, he was quite impressive in that run. I would have liked to see a yellow Tim in that event because looking at the lap times, Terrence was as quick as Williamson in the last portion, but he checked out in the first few laps, and strong showing for Williamson as always. As looking at the field for heat number 3, pretty strong as well. Good battle to expect between Steve Bernier, David Hébert, and Ryan Arbuthnot as we go green. David Hébert to the lead in front of Steve Bernier, Arbuthnot in third, Jean-François Corriveau. Mathieu Bardi making his debut in the modifieds tonight with 124. 151 of Brian McDonald. New colors on that car. Well, it's a new car for him. Bicknell chassis for Slim, currently running in 5th. Rounds out the field. As David Hébert, your race leader in front of Steve Bernier and Arbuthnot. Le bal ici dans la 3e qualification en modifié devant Steve Bernier, Ryan Arbuthnot, Jean-François Corriveau, Brian McDonald complète le top 5. Début ce soir pour Mathieu Bardi. Cette saison. Donc Bardi qui effectue sa rentrée en 3,58 ce soir du côté de Cornwall. On a déjà eu autant en Lightning qu'en Sportsman plutôt. Ce soir, une opportunité avec le 124, mais là c'est Dagenet qui, pas Dagenet mais plutôt David Hébert qui mène le bal. Alors Steve est en deuxième, Ryan Arbuthnot, Jean-François Corriveau et Brian McDonald, le top 5. La bataille pour la 3e place, dernière place qui donne droit à l'inversion du top 9 entre Corriveau et Arbuthnot. Corriveau trying hard here to get that second spot, third spot, sorry, from Ryan Arbuthnot. He does, as Arbuthnot moves a little bit high, loses a lot of ground here as Slim got closer. David Hébert leads the way with 3 laps to go, keeping his distance from Steve Bernier as Corriveau got closer to Bernier. White flag being displayed. The white flag is out for David Hébert. Corriveau found something on the bottom, has been really strong in the last few laps, getting closer to Steve Bernier. Challenging him for that second spot here as Hébert will be the race. Hébert wins the event over Steve Bernier and Jeff Corriveau. Ryan Arbuthnot and Brian McDonald, your top 5. Mathieu Bardi and Michael Lebrecht rounds out the field. So GF Corriveau found something in the last few laps, but was too late as Steve Bernier was quick
here for that position. So they'll do the inversion draw for the modifieds here tonight with the GF Corriveau having to choose this event, as the sportsmen are making their way on the speedway for heat number 1 of 3, Tim.
Absolutely. As we're ready to go, heat race number 1 on track, it will be Ryan Stabler on point, the 77, with Jason Rose alongside in the 18 JR. Row 2, the man who has started every single one of these TAS Racing Sportsman Series events. That's Justin Lancette in the number 1 with Adam Rosen in the number 3. Denny Forg in the 82 with the 1X of Robert Delorme. Jonathan Ferguson opened the series with a win on September the 6th. He starts from 7th. Billy Cook in the M70 and Carl Potvin in the number 14. 9 cars, 8 laps to distance. We're green. Quickly through turns 1 and 2, Ryan Stabler to the bottom of the racetrack. He holds on to the lead down the back straightaway as the battle is on for position number 2, with Jason Rose and Adam Rosen making his first start all season long in the Next Level Home Improvement number 3. He holds on to 3rd. Lancette back there in spot number 4. Robert Delorme rounding out your top 5. Jonathan Ferguson trying to figure out a way to the front. Billy Cook tries something on that high lane. Sees something up there. They may have something for these drivers as Ferguson slides in front of them to take over spot number 7. In the meantime, Ryan Stabler is doing what Matt Williamson did a few races ago, just checking out on everybody and driving away. The battle is on with Jason Rose, Adam Rosen, Justin Lancette, and Robert Delorme. 4 cars, put a blanket over them. You got quite the party out there right now as they headed to turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Jason Rose holding on to 2nd. 3rd being contested between Lancette and Adam Rosen as they swing it off at turn number 4 and across the line. 4 down, 4 more to go. Ryan Stabler gone away from everybody. Jason Rose trying to hold off everyone else for 2nd at the moment. Lancette and Adam Rosen still wheel to wheel for 3rd and 4th. Robert Delorme, Denny Ford, Jonathan Ferguson all battling for position as they come down across the line. Carl Potvin and Billy Cook completing the rest of your field. 5 down, 3 to go. We'll be coming to 2 to go. This time by 6 laps will be complete. And Ryan Stabler, smooth as silk off of turn number 4 and across the line. Straightaway advantage over Jason Rose, who holds on to 2nd. That battle from 2nd on back has kind of stabilized for the moment as Justin Lancette has taken over 3rd. Adam Rosen and Robert Delorme having it out now for 4th and 5th rather as the white flag flies. Final time for Ryan Stabler off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Checkered flag will be displayed this time by Ryan Stabler. Goes point to point. He'll lead all 8 laps for the win. 2nd will go to Jason Rose. Justin Lancette will cross in 3rd, followed by Robert Delorme. Adam Rosen to 5th. Denny Ford, Jonathan Ferguson, Carl Potvin, and Billy Cook will complete the rest of your field. Good opening heat there for the sportsman, and Ryan Stabler shows you why he is a winner in 2020. Domination in heat race number 1. Heat 2 line up in the staging area with a man who nearly got his first ever series win about 2 weeks ago right here, Jared Herbison, and a new ride for Cedric Govro here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Jared Herbison has been really impressive this year. Everywhere he runs, either Brockville or here. Even in Quebec, he had a few good runs up there, so pretty impressive season. It's nice to have Jared Herbison as a regular here. Him and Jonathan Ferguson, we've seen some great battles in the Sportsman this year. So he'll start on the pole for heat number 2 with Cedric Govro in a new ride here, the 22C 65 of Gilles Godard, 88 Fire Swamp, 58 of Steve Morris, 28 of Dale Gifford, Dominic Merkley, Chris Ferguson, and Eric Govro in the 22E. Rounds out the field as Herbison took the lead over Cedric Govro for Swamp and 3rd. Gilles Godard doing a battle with Swamp for that 3rd position here, as Steve Morris and Dale Gifford in battle for that top 5 run. Govro trying to gain some ground from his last starting position in that 22E. But it's all Jared Herbison. Jared Herbison qui viendra compléter le tour numéro 3 ici devant Cédric Govro et Fire Swamp. Swamp, beaucoup de tours cette saison, ce jeune homme gagne beaucoup en maturité. Puis on voit là, que ça s'en vient, sera à surveiller. Alors que Jared Urbison vient compléter la mi-course. Halfway point for Jared Urbison in front of Cedric Overall and Fire Swamp. The young man doing a lot of racing this season. He's currently running in third with Gilles Godard in fourth. Eric Overall now in the top five. As Cedric Gauvreau, his son, is currently in second, but it's Jared Urbison checking out. With 2 laps to go, 2 tours à faire ici pour le Jared Urbison qui a pris une très bonne avance sur le reste du peloton. Cedric Gauvreau, Fire Swamp qui continue leur bonne performance. White flag being displayed. Cedric Gauvreau en deuxième. Swamp in third. And Gauvreau going battle for position number 4. 2 lines of racing in this track as Jared Urbison claims the win. Cedric Gauvreau in the second. Fire Swamp third. Eric Gauvreau in fourth. Drew Godard fifth. Dale Gifford, Chris Ferguson, Dominic Merkley, and Steve Morris rounds out the field. So the top 3 of Urbison, Gauvreau, and Fire Swamp will be part of that inversion draw. 26 cars tonight. So even Eric Gauvreau will be part of the inversion draw tonight as we have a top 12 inversion draw for this group as heat number 2 is on the speedway, Tim.
Thank you very much, Bart. As the third and final heat ready to go, will be Ricky Thompson going away from the point. In the number 1 Arlon with the 94 of Gabe Sear. Row 2, it's Scott McGill in the 04 and the 88 of C.D. Beauchamp. 29, Justin DeRosier goes from the 5 spot. Michael Delorme goes from 6th in the number 10. Final row, it's Daryl Mitchell in the 37 with the 35 of Thomas Cook. Set to go, 8 laps is the distance. We're off and running. Green lights are back on and away we go. First time through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Battle is on for the lead. Gabe Sear takes it away on the top side as they bring it across the line. Scott McGill drives it down through the low lane, trying to get around Ricky Thompson. Look at C.D. Beauchamp go to the front. He goes 3 wide for second with Scott McGill and Ricky Thompson. Now Beauchamp in a battle with the 04 of McGill as they cross the line. Here comes Ricky Thompson back after McGill for third as Beauchamp takes over position number 2. C.D. Beauchamp on the way to the front of the field, your new second place car. As they hustle down the back straightaway, the 94 of Gabriel Sear in control. C.D. Beauchamp not afraid of the Sportsman car whatsoever, driving around the outside of everybody into turns 1 and 2 with the number 2 position. Scott McGill, Ricky Thompson, Thomas Cook coming from the back of the field. He's now up into the top 5 as he looks to get the way around the 29 of Justin DeRosier. Off in turn number 4, he'll get it this time by as DeRosier, Michael Delorme, and Daryl Mitchell completing the rest of your field. But right now, Gabriel Sear doing what the last 2 drivers have done in their respective heat races. That's jump out in front and drive away. Meanwhile, the battle is on for second. Scott McGill in the 04, little straighter line around the bottom. C.D. Beauchamp flying around the outside portion of the speedway, trying to hold McGill at bay for position number 2 as they head through turns 3 and 4. Scott McGill, a veteran in this division, holding on to second right now. He'll clear C.D. Beauchamp down the front straightaway with 2 laps left to go. 2 more to go. Straightaway advantage for Gabriel Sear as he works it down the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed. Man with 2 wins this season at Granby and, of course, at the Brockville Speedway, holding on to the number 1 position. He's down the back straightaway. Checkered flag will be displayed this time by. And Cornwall's Gabriel Sear will collect the win in heat race number 3, followed by Scott McGill and C.D. Beauchamp, the top 3. Ricky Thompson, Thomas Cook, the top 5. Then it's Justin DeRosier, Michael Delorme, and Daryl Mitchell. So that will do it for the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Division as they get set and ready to go for tonight's 50 lap Task Racing Sportsman Series event, round number 2 of the series, of the 5-race series this year. I stand corrected. Gabriel Sears' other win came right here at Cornwall, not at Brockville. He's been close a couple times there this year, though. As we are set to go, the Assist to Sell mini stocks on track. Some new entries with us here tonight, and that is very good to see. Is Mark Dagenet will lead the way in the number 30. Outside will be Marc-Andre Voyer in the number 21. Chris James in the number 22. Jane lines up inside row 2 with Pierre Picard in the 25. Matthew Deschamps in the number 10, along with Tyler LaMarche. Good to see Tyler back with us in the number TJ 35. New look for him this year. Mike Gaucher in the number 3. I believe that's Sebastian Beauregard in the number 83, but we'll check on that. 8 cars, 6 laps is the distance. First of 2 heats with the Assist to Sell mini stocks, we're green. First time through turns 1 and 2, we're 3 wide down the back chute. A couple of former champions going at it. Mark Dagenet and Chris James having it out for the lead. Dagenet goes a little wide in turn number 4, opens the door for Chris James and Marc-Andre Voyer to get by as they head through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. And right now, Chris James with the advantage down the back straightaway. Battle is on behind the top 2 as Sebastian Beauregard in the 83, the 3 of Mike Gaucher and Mathieu Deschamps. 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the moment. Mark Dagenet, Tyler LaMarche, and Pierre Picard completing it. But right now, Chris James, 2-time track champion in this Assist to Sell mini stock division, holding the lead. We'll have 2 laps left to go as they hit the strike. Good battle going on right now. First spot, 2 and 3 at the moment. And Sebastian Beauregard down on the bottom trying to get the spot away, and he will do so. Getting around the 21 of Marc-Andre Voyer. Now the 3 of Mike Gaucher able to get his way past as well. White flag in the air this time by Chris James is checking out on everybody. Into turns 1 and 2. Granby, Quebec, Sebastian Beauregard holding on to second. Gaucher, Marc-Andre Voyer in the 10 of Mathieu Deschamps completing the top 5, and Chris James dominant in heat race number 1 for the mini stock. Second will be Beauregard. Third will be Mike Gaucher. Marc-Andre Voyer, Mathieu Deschamps holds on to 5th. Mark Dagenet, Tyler LaMarche, and Pierre Picard will complete your field. That will do it just like that for heat number 1 of 2 for the mini stocks. Second of 2 heats on track and ready to get it done here. Once again, those of you joining us on 360nitro.tv, we welcome you to the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Timmy Baltz, Martin Belanger calling the action. Those of you in attendance tonight, glad you could join us here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, and thank you so much for all of your support in 2020. We are ready to go. Heat race number 2 for the mini stocks on track, and it will go like this. Dan Cook in the 87 on point. Outside will be Frank Belair in the number 2. Brandon McMillan in the 23 with the 30 of J.C. Bouchard. Jan Potvin in the 33 along with the 49 of Alexis Charbonneau. And that will do it for heat race number 2. Christopher Curdeau in the number 50 completing this one. Off of turn number 4, we're back to green. As Dan Cook leads the way through turns 3 and 4 and across the line this time by Frank Belair. Slides up in front of the field trying to hold on to second, but Alexis Charbonneau trying to get second away, but Jan Potvin had other ideas, and Charbonneau crosses over, goes 3 wide with Brandon McMillan and Jan Potvin. Now they're all going to go after Frank Belair as he tries to hold on to second. That's not going to work. He's going to lose 2 spots in that exchange as Alexis Charbonneau takes over spot number 2. Jan Potvin, who's got to win this season in that number 33, holding on to spot number 3 at the moment as he heads into turn number 3 and 4 with Dan Cook and Alexis Charbonneau 1 and 2 at the moment as they cross the line. Top 3 breakaway at the front of the field. 3 down, 3 to go. Look at Jan Potvin go to work. They're 3 wide for the lead down the back straightaway. Jan Potvin, Alexis Charbonneau, and Dan Cook. Cook wisely backs out on the top side. Holds on to third right now. Look out, Frank Belair goes around, collects Brandon McMillan in the process, and that will bring the caution flag out with just 2 laps remaining in heat race number 2 for the mini stocks. Coming up after this, we will go to a brief track prep if we need to. So we are just about set and ready to conclude heat race number 2. A great night of racing here is round number 2 for the Fatless Chipstand Canadian Nationals and TAS Racing Sportsman Series. Highlighting the night, green lights are back on and we're underway, and it's Jan Potvin against Alexis Charbonneau. 2 of the top drivers in this division as Christopher Cardeau jumps up to spot number 3. J.C. Bouchard now to 4th. As problems with Dan Cook's number 87. He takes it straight to pit road. White flag in the air. Alexis Charbonneau trying to hold off Jan Potvin as they hustle down the back straightaway. Christopher Cardeau watching this one from 3rd as they exit turn number 2 and down the back stretch. Checkered in the air this time by. Battle still on for the lead. It's going to go to the 49 of Charbonneau. He'll take the victory. Second will be the 33 of Jan Potvin. Christopher Cardeau will cross in spot number 3. J.C. Bouchard, Brandon McMillan, and Frank Belair will complete it as Dan Cook has taken the 87 pit side. These drivers are set up and ready to go. Will be displayed, and we are going to get the green next trip around as up front, Maxim Foley and Stefan St. Laurent on the front row. 23 laps. Cornwall Motor Speedway pace truck heads for safer grounds over in turn number 3 at the wired audio fire zone. The green is into turns 1 and 2, first time down the back straightaway. Stefan St. Laurent jumps out into the lead. Maxim Foley, look out, tire goes off of it. Jean-Christophe Bolduc, and it slams into the fence over there by the kart track and ends up into about the outside of turn 1 on the go-kart track off of turn 3 and 4 on the big track over there. See one of our track officials headed over there to get it. But that right front just came flying off of that race car, and thank goodness for that fence and that barrier over there. Could have been a scarier deal, but that tire hit that fence, and the fence did its job, keeping the tire out of harm's way. And great driving, though, by Jean-Christophe Bolduc to not have any further damage than what he has. 1 lap is complete in this 23-lap contest. 22 laps remaining. And Jean-Christophe Bolduc in the number 1 machine. Best finish of 5th here on September the 6th at Cornwall. One of his 3 top 10 finishes on the season. His 5th place effort was his only top 5 run of the season. Right now, Stefan St. Laurent, the number 29, leading this field. Not been to victory lane yet. He is 2nd here on September the 6th. 5th in his last race at Autodrome Drummond on September the 19th. Jordan Poirier, he's only made 3 starts this season in the number 28, taking over Yannick's ride for tonight. Jordan, of course, 2 wins in 3 tries, one at Granby on July the 4th, and his second win of the season at Autodrome Drummond on August 15th. Looking for his 3rd win in 4 tries with the Lightning Sprint Tour this year. Former series champion as well as Trevor Gaucher makes his way back out in the 5. So Jean-Christophe Bolduc done for the night. Right front tire sheared off his ride. He's in the pits. The rest of the field on track. We're ready for green. Jason looks the field over at the wired audio zone in turn number 4. We're green. Stéphane St. Laurent back to the lead. Jordan Poirier throws the slider at Maxim Foley to pick up second as they head through turns 3 and 4 and across the line. Jeffrey Ware now up into the 4th spot. Xavier Lozon 2 wins here at Cornwall this year with the Lightning Sprint Tour, holding on to 5th. And here comes Jordan Poirier. Doesn't matter which car you put him in, he's going to take it to the front, and he takes over the lead at lap number 2 as they cross the line. 3 laps now are complete. 20 laps left to go. Jordan Poirier driving away, but here comes Xavier Lozon around the outside of Jeffrey Ware. He got a great run through turn number 2, and he loves that outside lane. He's closing in on Maxim Foley for the 3rd spot. Lozon, watch him go around the top side. He closes in on Foley down the back straightaway with Stéphane St. Laurent right there in 2nd as they work it off at turn number 4 and across the line. Xavier Lozon is on the charge. He drives around Maxim Foley for 3rd. Looking to go after former series champion Stéphane St. Laurent down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, battle is on for 2nd. It's not going to be much of a battle. Xavier Lozon to the 2 spot. As they head up into turns 1 and 2, flat traffic coming into play now for our leader. As it gets around Trevor Gaucher in turn number 3 and 4, he drops right to the bottom, trying to close in on the 36 of David Daou into turn number 1 and 2, and he'll clear him coming down the backstretch. Meanwhile, battle still on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the moment. Xavier Lozon has 2nd. Stéphane St. Laurent trying to get back by him. Can't quite do it. And now here comes Jeffrey Ware back into the picture as we work in lap number 8 of this 23-lap feature go for the Lightning Sprints. 11th race of the season, and Jordan Poirier continues to lead the way. Straightaway advantage for the man on the St. Mathieu de Belleville, Quebec. Meanwhile, battle on for 3rd. St. Laurent has it. Jeffrey Ware trying to take the long road around the top side to get by. Can't quite get it done. St. Laurent holds on to the position. They nearly make contact there through turns 3 and 4 and across the line this time by. St. Laurent in control. Jeffrey Ware looking for room to go as this is the battle for 3rd and 4th as Jordan Poirier continues to lead the way, cutting through the traffic nicely. He'll close in on the back bumper of the 427X. As the laps continue to click off here, Ralph Niederer goes a lap down to the rest of the field as we work lap number 12. Your leader down the front straightaway, 13 laps are complete, 10 more to go. Jordan Poirier well over a straightaway advantage. 2nd place car is Xavier Lozon. He's back there in spot number 2, just entering into turn number 3 as Jordan Poirier enters into turn number 1 right now. Field pretty well spaced out at the moment as we click off lap number 15 this time by. Jordan Poirier the leader, Xavier Lozon, Stéphane St. Laurent, Maxim Foley, Tommy Morrow trying to keep that top 5 streak going. He currently rides in 5th as he makes his way off of turn number 4 right now. He's trying to close in on Maxim Foley for position number 4 as Foley rides in 4th, Morrow 5th, and we have got a car around on the front straightaway right in the middle of the front stretch. It's Carl Latondra in car number 8. He is around. Yellow lights are on with 16 complete. 7 laps remaining. Carl Latondra facing the wrong way in a very precarious spot down here on the front stretch, but doesn't appear to be too much damage, and he may be able to get that car refired and back underway. Carl has run every race with the Lightning Sprints this season. Best finish came right here in Cornwall on July 25th with a 3rd place finish. One of his 2 top 5s on the season. One of his 7 top 10s of the year as well. Finished 7th in his last outing at Autodrome Drummond on September the 19th. Looks like everything is pointing the right direction on the number 8, so he'll be able to get it refired and back under power. So it's Jordan Poirier, the race leader. Xavier Lowe's on second. Stefan St. Laurent third. Jeffrey Ware is into the 4th spot. Maxim Foley now 5th. Tommy Morrow is 6th. Eric Sundborg 7th. Eric Miro is 8th. 9th to Mikel Benoit. Francis Laliberté, brand new car for him, holding on to 10th. 11th at the moment is Matthew Durham in the 97. Eric Bichard is 12th in the number 9, 13th Simon Jacques in the 88, 14th Terry Lannister, 15th Ralph Niederer in the 427X, Carl Latondra is 16th in the number 8, and David Daou 17th on the racetrack in the number 36 machine. That's the running order as of lap number 16. We got 7 laps left to go. Can Jordan Poirier hold on for his 3rd win and only 4 tries this year? As I mentioned, he got wins at Granby and Drummond earlier this year. On July 4th and August 15th. Also has a 360 sprint car win at the Maryville Speedway earlier this year. Ran very strong there. The tight quarter mile in Thorold. But right now he's looking to win here in Cornwall here tonight. As we're set to go, Jordan Poirier, Xavier Lozon on that front row. We'll see what happens on this restart. 7 to go at the Wired Audio Zone. We're green. And Jeffrey Ware did not get going on that restart. Kind of stacked up the field behind him. Opened the door for Eric Sundborg to jump into the top 5 for the first time tonight as we work lap 17. 6 laps left to go, and Jordan Poirier continues where he left off on that most recent green flag run with the lead, and a big lead it is. As Xavier Lozon holding on to second. Stefan St. Laurent still there for 3rd. Eric Sundborg battling right now with Jeffrey Ware in the number 4 as they battle for 5th and 6th at the moment. Maxim Foley is back there in spot number 6, rather. Tommy Morrow 7th. Francis Laliberté is 8th. 9th is Matthew Durham, and Eric Miro completes the top 10. 3 laps left to go, this time by working lap number 20. Jordan Poirier is checking out on the field once again. Into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. A healthy straightaway advantage over Xavier Lozon as they head into turns 3 and 4. We've got 2 laps left to go. 2 more to go for Jordan Poirier, looking for win number 3 on the year. In only his 4th start of the season, he's down the back straightaway. White flag being displayed this time by for Jordan Poirier. Xavier Lozon still there in second. Great battle for 3rd between Stefan St. Laurent and Eric Sundborg. And now these 4 coming into the picture. Checkered flag in the air. 3rd win of the year for Jordan Poirier. He'll take the victory. 2nd spot will go to Xavier Lozon, St. Laurent, Eric Sundborg, Jeffrey Ware will cross in 5th. Tommy Morrow, the streak of top 5 finishes will end for him in position number 6. Maxim Foley 7th, 8th Francis Laliberté, 9th to Matthew Durham, and 10th unofficially is Mikel Benoit on the 25. So that will conclude it for the Lightning Sprints.
Top 5 guys at the scale, 28, 96, 29, 16, and the 4. Top 3 back to victory later today. You're me on the track radio. Say that again.
Jordan Poirier becomes the first 3-time winner this season with the Lightning Sprints. 11th race of the season is complete. Look forward to having them at the Brockville Speedway for a night of racing with us at the Fall Nationals and hopefully back here in 2 weeks' time. We're going to throw it downstairs to Martin Belanger trackside with a happy Jordan Poirier in victory lane.
Thank you, Tim. Merci, Tim. Oui, troisième victoire pour Jordan Poirier, lui qui s'est promené beaucoup entre les Lightning Sprint et les 360. Lui qui a fait plusieurs voyages du côté de la région du Niagara Falls au cours de la saison pour aller courir là-bas, notamment une victoire à Merrittville il y a quelques semaines. Puis ce soir, troisième victoire en Lightning Sprint dans la voiture de son père. Xavier Lauzon qui continue ses succès ici à Cornwall, un autre top 5 durant cette saison. Puis le vétéran Stéphane Saint-Laurent qui un autre podium, on y avait parlé il y a quelques semaines lors de la visite des Lightning Sprint. Donc, the top 3 tonight here, as I was mentioning, Jordan Poirier making the switch between the Lightning Sprints and the 360. As he can hear you, he's on top of the car, Jordan Poirier. Jordan, félicitations. Getting some instructions from Pierre-Yves. Jordan, ce soir, tu étais parti comme une fusée dans cette finale-là. On a eu une neutralisation au 16e tour. Xavier Lauzon, toujours rapide ici. Mais tu as tenu toute ta ligne tout au long de cette finale-là de 23 tours. Puis, belle troisième victoire ce soir.
Ouais, j'étais obligé de remercier Joey Ladisseur. J'ai jasé un petit peu avec avant la finale, qui m'a donné des petits tips comme à la track et je pensais qu'elle allait réagir. Avec Per, on a essayé un nouveau setup dans le calife, ça marchait vraiment pas notre affaire. Fait qu'on s'est dit, on va aller champ droit, on va essayer de quoi. Au-dessus, ça a vraiment payé ce soir. Je pense qu'on avait vraiment un bon char, un petit peu tête d'un lap-car, mais c'est assez dur de demander mieux.
Une saison un petit peu spéciale. J'expliquais un peu aux gens, tu as fait un petit peu la navette entre les 360 puis les sprints. On s'est promené beaucoup. Es-tu quand même content de ta saison là, avec tu as remporté justement quelques victoires du côté de Niagara Falls également en 360?
Ouais, on est vraiment, vraiment content de notre saison. On avait perdu Kevin en 360, fait qu'on avait peur un peu de perdre le setup. Vois-tu, ça va super bien. Moi, Mathieu, on a fait toutes les courses ensemble, on apprend à travailler ensemble. Donc, je pense qu'on a trouvé un bon setup avec le char à Merrittville, à Humberstone. On a vraiment de la misère à demander mieux. À toutes les fois qu'on s'en va là-bas, on a quasiment des top 5 à toutes les fois qu'on sort. Fait que c'est vraiment dur de demander mieux.
Est-ce qu'on a des gens à remercier ce soir?
Oui, j'aimerais remercier tous mes commanditaires, Fondation 4 saisons surtout, mon père qui m'a permis de chauffer la voiture ce soir, remorquage du plateau qui commandite beaucoup la série Lightning Sprint maintenant, 417 Bossland qui est un grand commanditaire de la série. C'est sûr qu'on apprécie tout le temps dans des périodes difficiles de même des gens qui se lèvent.
Donc, félicitations pour ta troisième victoire cette saison. Jordan Poirier, your feature winner. I'll translate after. I'll go speak to Xavier Lauzon qui continue ses succès du côté de Cornwall. Un autre podium ce soir, Xavier. Quelle saison à Cornwall pour toi cette saison?
Oui, c'est une très belle saison. J'ai eu quelques petits résultats un peu moins bons quand la piste est un petit peu moins bonne pour les courses. C'est juste que ça dépasse un peu moins, mais aujourd'hui, la préparation de piste a été incroyable pour nos voitures. Ils ont arrosé juste le haut de la piste, puis ça a fait toute la différence. On a pu remonter, on pouvait se promener sur la piste, c'était vraiment incroyable.
Tu as dû être content au 16e tour quand les lumières jaunes se sont allumées là, parce que Jordan était vraiment parti. Je pense que tu as tenté le tout pour aller le dépasser, mais il est extrêmement rapide ce soir.
Oui, ben en fait, je le voyais, je savais qu'il était là, puis je savais que j'en reperdais pas avant le jaune. À la limite, je ne sais pas si j'en regagnais, je vais voir les temps plus tard. Quand j'ai vu la relance, j'ai même essayé de partir en première pour essayer de l'avoir ici à l'extérieur, puis ça a tellement été égal qu'il y a eu le dessus, mais il est vite, puis écoute, ça a été une course tellement serrée que ça a vraiment été le fun.
Est-ce qu'on a des gens à remercier pour justement la performance de ce soir, mais la belle saison à Cornwall jusqu'ici?
Oui, j'aimerais remercier toute mon équipe qui vient de m'aider, ma famille, mes amis, qui sont tout le temps là aussi, puis aussi Remorquage du Plateau qui aide beaucoup la série, puis Bossland 417 pour la série. Un gros merci à tous ces gens-là.
Félicitations Xavier pour ta deuxième place. Xavier Lauzon finishing a second here tonight in the Lightning Sprint. Like I said, I'll translate afterwards for the top 3. Stéphane Saint-Laurent, un autre podium ici ce soir. On l'a travaillé fort, on s'est fait dépasser par deux voitures. On partait en première position, mais quand même une très bonne course. On roulait un peu plus à l'intérieur, mais je pense qu'on peut être satisfait d'être sur le podium.
Oui, très satisfait. J'ai été au large après que Xavier m'ait passé, quand j'ai vu que la ligne de course était plus rapide là. Mais la 1-2, c'était parfait. La 3-4, j'aimais mieux garder l'intérieur parce que je ne suis pas un gars vraiment d'extérieur. Mais la piste était impeccable. Puis après la relance, j'étais plus proche encore de Xavier. Ça allait super bien à l'intérieur. Le char était parfait. Fait qu'il n'y a rien demandé de mieux. Là. Merci à Raymond et toute son équipe pour une super belle piste, puis toute l'organisation de Cornwall de nous accueillir ici.
Félicitations pour ta troisième. Oui.
Je voudrais remercier 417 Bossline puis Remorquage du Plateau de soutenir notre série. C'est très apprécié. Merci à Gilles qui est dans les estrades. Merci beaucoup, Gilles, de ton soutien depuis plusieurs années.
Merci beaucoup, Stéphane. Stéphane Saint-Laurent finishing third. So while they're doing their podium, I'll just translate a bit. So Jordan Poirier winning a third event this season at the Speedway, was mentioning that doing the transition between both series has been paying off. But he spoke to Joey Ledsaw just before the race just to ask for some tips on the track, and he was pretty pleased that he gave him some good tips as they were struggling during the heat event, but quite a run. Then in the second spot, Xavier Lauzon, he had another great run here tonight. He said when the track was rougher during the season, he was struggling, but when the track is in this shape that we have here tonight, he's always having some good runs. So Xavier Lauzon, another good and solid event for the 96. And Stéphane Saint-Laurent, he told me that really at the bottom of the Speedway, it's the way to go for him, and he had a strong car. He even had something for Xavier Lauzon the last few laps, but Xavier Lauzon was a little bit too strong. But again, the veteran Stéphane Saint-Laurent was really happy with his third. And everyone thanked everyone again for Remorquage du Plateau and 417 Bossline, the two main sponsors for those series. So again, a great round of applause for all the fans that are here tonight. I think they've done a great job again. So not Yannick, but Jordan Poirier, your Lightning Sprints winner, with Xavier Lauzon and Stéphane Saint-Laurent, your top three. We're getting ready for the Modifieds 50-lap event. So Tim, back up to you for that event.
For the 358 Modifieds, thanks to Les Winters and all of his staff at all the locations for Fat Les Chip Stand, and thank you for all that you do. Gary Terrance on point in the number 66X, along with the 66 of Kyle Dingwall. Row 2 is David Hebert, still looking for his first series win. He lines up third in the number 1, with Matt Williamson looking for his first series win as well in car number 6. Row number 3, Corey Wheeler in the 47, looking to go back-to-back. He won 2 weeks ago. He goes from 5th. Steve Bernier, the defending series champion in the 25 star. Jan Bussier in the 21 lines up 7th with Mike Stacy in the 23 and 8th. 9th will be JF Corvo in the 96 with Mario Claire in the 22. Row number 6, Brianna Lannister in the 15, along with Ryan Arbithon in the R70. 7th row inside, Luke Whitaker in the 38 with 85 of Tyler Gibault. Row number 8, Brian McDonald on the 151 with Joey Lannister in the 23. Kevin Amell lines up 17th in the 13 with Matthew Bardier in the 124. Chris Rabby goes from 19th spot in the 01 with Lee Lannister in the number 88. Final row, all by himself in car number 99. That will be Mikel Labreche. 21 cars ready to do battle here tonight for 50 laps. Second leg, the Fat Les Chip Stand Canadian National Series for the 358 Modifieds 33rd event on series history. Kerry Terrance, the only driver in the history of the series to start all 33 races. He will do that when he takes the green flag. Kyle Dingwall looking to improve on his best career finish in this series of second 2 weeks ago. They're at the Wired Audio Fire Zone, and ladies and gentlemen, the Canadian National. Quickly through turns 1 and 2, Kerry Terrance jumps into the lead. Here comes Mighty Matt Williamson to the inside lane, looking for running room, but the 4-time champion leads the way down the front straightaway. Terrance with the advantage into turn number 1. Matt Williamson back there for second. Kyle Dingwall trying to fend off Steve Bernier for the 3 spot as they click off lap number 2 this time by in the 50-lap contest. Terrance has the top spot. Breaking away from the field early on here as Williamson tries to close in and make a race out of this one as Steve Bernier and Kyle Dingwall continue their fight for position number 3. Dingwall using that inside lane, but Bernier with the momentum on the top side will clear Dingwall into turn number 1. Behind them, David Hebert holding on to the 5 spot. Dingwall and Hebert both looking for their first ever series wins here tonight, and David Hebert trying to go to the front. In the meantime, Matt Williamson has moved into the back bumper of Kerry Terrance already. 4 laps are complete as your leader's working it down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Williamson sets it up on the bottom. Durant's content to run around the top side, at least for now, as the Twin Leaf machine holding on to the lead. Top 3 have broken away as Steve Bernier has closed in on both Durant and Williamson for position. In the meantime, the battle for the 4th spot continues to take shape. Kyle Dingwall has it. David Hebert trying to take it away from him off of turn number 4 and across the line. Kyle Dingwall will hold it for the time being as David Hebert will rethink his strategy. He takes a peek to the top side off of 2, takes over the spot. Now Dingwall will try to get it back coming into turns 3 and 4, but Hebert slips up a little bit, opens the door for Dingwall to get back by, and he will do so as your top 5 have settled it out amongst themselves. Corey Wheeler, the winner here back on September the 6th, holds on to position number 6. Mario Claire 7th, 8th is Jan Bussier. Ryan Arbuthnot is 9th. Mike Stacy having a great run so far. He rounds out the top 10. In the meantime, Kerry Durant still holds the lead by about 3 car lengths over Matt Williamson as they click off lap number 9 this time by Kerry Durant in control. Into turns 1 and 2 looking for his 3rd series win of his career. Hard to believe, 33 starts, only 2 victories in this series for Terrance, but that is how tough the Canadian Nationals Series is, brought to you by Fat Left Chip Stand. Kerry Terrance trying to hold on to the lead. Matt Williamson putting some pressure on here in the early going, not too much. He doesn't want to burn up that right rear Hoosier Racing tire at the moment, but he's zeroed in on the back bumper of Terrance as they click off lap number 11, this time by Steve Bernier, still there for 3rd, followed by Kyle Dingwall. Now David Hebert has some company in the form of Corey Wheeler. Wheeler, the defending track champion here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, trying to move in on Hebert for position number 5. In the meantime, the leaders have caught traffic, and Matt Williamson is going for it already. What a move by Williamson! Lines up in front, very aggressive move early on to take over the lead. But Williamson's got a fast race car, and he shows it. He pulls away from Durant by about 3 car lengths now into turn number 1. Durant looked out. Matthew Barnday just about looped it around over there in turn number 2, but he soldiers on, keeps his foot in the throttle when we stay green as Matt Williamson continues to lead the way. Looking at Kerry Terrance's right rear, looks like there might be something in the suspension going away on his ride. As you watch on 360nitro.tv, you're able to see him when he comes into turns 3 and 4. Keep your eye on it. That car is leaning over on the right rear a whole lot as it comes down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Steve Bernier trying to take over position number 2, and he will do so. The right rear of Kerry Terrance's ride, obvious problems, and he is taking it straight to pit road. And a tough break for Kerry Terrance. Early race leader goes down. In the meantime, 16 laps are complete, 34 to go. Matt Williamson leads by a straightaway over Steve Bernier at the moment. Bernier with a win already this weekend on Friday night at Autodrome Drummond. He holds on to the 2 spot. Kyle Dingwall now to 3rd. Corey Wheeler in the number 4 spot. David Hebert still continues to ride there in position number 5. Mario Claire has got some company now as him, Jan Bussier. Now Ryan Arbuthnot getting into the mix as well. That's a battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th on the racetrack. 9th is being contested between J.F. Corvo and Mike Stacy as they dice it up for position. Luke Whitaker 1 spot out of the top 10 and 11th right now. Meanwhile, your leader working on the back bumper of the 15 of Brianna Lannister. Lannister moves up to the top side, allows Williamson the room down on the bottom. She's going to try to maintain pace with the leader, but right now Williamson just too quick, able to take away that lap from Brianna Lannister as they work it down the front straightaway. A little over a straightaway advantage right now for the 6th of Williamson. About 3.24 seconds is the spread between our top 2 drivers at the moment. It's Williamson, Bernier, Dingwall, Wheeler, and David Hebert. Your top 5 as they bring it off a turn number 4 and across the line. 21 laps are complete. Quickly closing in on the halfway point of this contest. Matt Williamson has never won a Canadian National Series race in his career, and he's closing in on Joey Lannister in the number 23. Joey, 2 weeks ago, finally got a top 5 finish, finishing in the number 5 spot, his best ever finish in this series. Right now he's in danger of going a lap down as we click off lap number 23 with Williamson well in control. Steve Bernier now coming down the front straightaway, closing in on Chris Raby and Brianna Lannister. Behind Bernier, Kyle Dingwall is all by himself in spot number 3. Then it's Corey Wheeler and David Hebert. No change amongst the top 5 drivers at this point as we work closer to the halfway point. 24 down. We'll be coming into lap 25 this time by it. Matt Williamson making it look easy out there. He was second to Gary Lindbergh last night at the Merrittville Speedway. Wants to get back into victory lane in the worst way, and this would be a good way to do it as he works his way down the back chute. Williamson gets by Mike Stacy. He's lapping closer to the top 10 right now as we click off lap number 26. Matt Williamson, 5 starts in the Canadian National Series. Matt's best finish so far to date coming into tonight was a second place finish on July 1st of 2013. He would like to go one spot further if he possibly could, making it 2 first-time winners in 2 events in 2020 for this Fat Lash Chip Stand Canadian National Series. And right now, Williamson working on Brian McDonald to try to put him a lap down. Not quite a gap before he gets back to Steve Bernier in the number 2 spot. Bernier holds on to second. Kyle Dingwall, another solid showing in third. But the man who won the opener on September the 6th is just behind him in fourth, Corey Wheeler. David Hebert still occupying the 5 spot. Mario Claire and Jan Bussier continue to have their battle for 6th and 7th at the moment. Bussier working the top side. Claire able to work the bottom side of the speedway as we click off lap number 29. Leader working off of turn number 4 and across the line right now. Williamson lapping cars at will at the moment. No change at all amongst the top 10 drivers. It is still Williamson and Bernier. 4 seconds is the spread between your top 2 drivers at the moment as Williamson comes across the line. He is closing in to put a lap on 10th place Luke Whitaker. Whitaker, former series champion 2 years ago. In danger of going a lap down to the leaders as Steve Bernier, he is caught in all sorts of traffic back there. He's got Mike Stacy, Joey Lannister, and Tyler Javogue to deal with. Javogue trying to hold Bernier at bay for the moment, but right now, Bernier, a little faster race car, is able to slide by Javogue. Now we have to work on Joey Lannister and Mike Stacy, but Matt Williams is not going to make it easy on the competition tonight. 33 laps are complete. 16 laps to go, and Money Matt, the S&W Service Center, Bicknell Racing Products number 6, cutting through the traffic. He'll slide by Kevin Amell to put him a lap down. Luke Whitaker still on the lead lap, running in position number 10, desperately trying to stay on the lead lap and maybe catch a caution, but right now that is not looking like it's going to happen as we work in turns 3 and 4. Williamson across the line, 15 laps left to go. Quite an advantage over the 25 of Steve Bernier, the defending Fat Lash Chip Stand Canadian National Champion. 4.5 seconds to try to make up. 4.5 seconds on this speedway is about a straightaway and a half right now. And Steve Bernier entering turn 3 as Williamson crosses the line right now. That is a huge lead out there. Bernier doing all he can to run him down, but he's got to play the patience game. And right now, 36 laps are complete. 14 to go. Patience could be going out the window at the moment. He's going to do all he can to run him down as your leader caught behind Luke Whitaker at the moment. Whitaker still trying to stay with Williamson down the backstretch to try to stay on the lead lap, but the defending Super Dirt Car Series champion pulls by off of turn number 4 and across the line with 9 laps left to go, or excuse me, 12 laps left to go. I stand corrected on that one. Bernier, once again, he's got Matthew Bargay, Brian McDonald, and Kevin Amell just in front of him. He's been able to work by Joey Lannister right now. Your third place car, that being Kyle Dingwall. He's entering into turn number 3 right now. He's got Chris Raby right there in front of him, along with Javogue and Mike Stacy. Corey Wheeler running a solid 4th at the moment, but David Hebert still 5th into turn number 3 and 4. Williamson crosses the line. 10 laps left to go. 10 laps remaining for Matt Williamson as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Your second place car still is Steve Bernier, about 4.5 seconds back, working on getting by Kevin Amell and Matthew Bargay as they come across the line. Lead is nearly 5 seconds for Matt Williamson as they head into turn number 3. Your leader does as Steve Bernier works it off of corner number 2 in the number 2 position. Kyle Dingwall continues to run a solid 3rd. He's had a great race car all night long, and problems for Brian McDonald on the front straightaway. This could be the caution that everybody was looking for, and we have got it. Yellow lights are on at lap 42. So, of course, with this 50-lap contest. No caution laps will be counted. It is all green flag laps that will be counted tonight. And Luke Whitaker will get himself back on the lead lap. There'll be one lucky dog or easy pass awarded to the first driver one lap down. Matt Williamson, the race leader, has had a great race car all evening long, had the lead up to about 5.1 seconds at one point. Before that caution, as McDonald takes his ride directly to pit road. Steve Bernier, Kyle Dingwall is third. Corey Wheeler now fourth. David Hebert holds on to the number 5 position. Jan Bussier, who picked up a speedster win this weekend at Drummond, holds on to 6th. 7th is Mario Claire. 8th is Ryan Arbuthnot. JF Corvo 9th. Luke Whitaker, final car on the lead lap in 10th. Lapped cars asked to drop to the bottom side of the speedway to allow the lead lap cars to get by. As we mentioned earlier on, Matt Williamson, best finish in this series, currently in his 6th start in his career. He was second here on July the 1st to Matt Shepard. That was part of the Dirt Car 358 Modified Series event that day. Steve Bernier, he is the defending series champion out of St. Hyacinthe, Quebec. 2 wins for Steve Bernier on September the 2nd of 2018 and August the 4th of 2019 on the way to the series title. Kyle Dingwall improved on his best career finish 2 weeks ago, finishing up in the number 2 spot. He currently rides in 3rd. Corey Wheeler made history 2 weeks ago in the Fat Les Chip Stand 47S. Coming the first driver to win a race in both the TAS Racing Sportsman Series and this Fat Les Chip Stand Canadian National Series. David Hebert, hard to believe, coming into tonight, including tonight so far, 29 starts, no wins in this series. Kyle Dingwall is the top of the leaderboard on that list with now 31 starts so far, but Hayes running in 3rd. He can finally get that first career win. Matt Williamson has never won a series race. Steve Bernier, the defending series champion, lines up in the inside of row number 1. Williamson elects for the outside lane on this restart. Steve Bernier second, Kyle Dingwall, Corey Wheeler, David Hebert the top 5. Jan Bussier, Mario Claire, Ryan Arbuthnot, JF Corvo, Luke Whitaker the top 10. Ready to go. Jason Aikman has them at his control. 42 down, 8 to go. Ready to go. Green at the wired audio fire zone in turn number 4. Matt Williamson fires from the top. We're back to green. No problem for Williamson. He gets away by 2 car lengths down the back chute. In the meantime, here comes Wheeler after Bernier for the 2 spot. As they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Corey Wheeler now to the runner-up spot as they come down the front straightaway. Oh, Jan Bussier collects the wall on the front chute, opens the door for Ryan Arbuthnot to sneak through in the middle, and they're 3 wide for the 5 spot. David Hebert on the bottom, Arbuthnot through the middle, takes over spots 5 and 6, drop kicking Bussier back to 7th. Into turn number 1, your leader, Matt Williamson, working through corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Corey Wheeler has cleared Steve Bernier. Does he have enough time to catch Matt Williamson? That's the next question. Off of turn number 4, 5 to go for Mighty Matt. Into turn number 1, still about a 5-car length advantage over Wheeler as they work it down the back chute. Steve Bernier still trying to make that outside lane work. He's 3rd. Kyle Dingwall, David Hebert. That's still your top 5. Ryan Arbuthnot, a great run for him, holding on to position number 6. As we work in lap number 46, we will have 3 to go this time by, and it doesn't seem to be much stopping Matt Williamson tonight. as he brings it off of turn number 4 with 3 to go. Corey Wheeler could be about the closest competition as they head up into turns 1 and 2. Both of them 2 wins on the season. Corey Wheeler would like to get his second straight series win. Matt Williamson has never won a series race. Off of turn number 4, 2 to go for Matt Williamson. Wheeler, Bernier, your top 3. Kyle Dingwall now under attack from David Hebert for spot number 4. As they hit the back straightaway into turn number 3, a 6-car length advantage for Matt Williamson. Off of turn number 4, white flag in the air for Matt Williamson. Looking for his 3rd win of 2020 at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. It would be his first in the Fatland Chipstand Canadian National Series. As he brings it off of turn number 4, Matt Williamson is a Fatland Chipstand Canadian Nationals winner. Corey Wheeler crosses a fine second place finish for him. Will continue his point lead in the series. Steve Bernier comes home 3rd. Kyle Dingwall, David Hebert, your top 5. What a run for Matt Williamson. Sheer domination here tonight, collecting his first ever Fatlas Chipstand Canadian Nationals win, marking back-to-back first-time series winners. And Matt picking up his 13th win of the season in modified competition between big block and small block modified action. His 3rd of the season here, but more importantly, his first win and his 6th start in the Canadian National Series, brought to you by Fatlas Chipstand. We're going to Martin Belanger trackside. He'll be joined by Corey Wheeler and Steve Bernier.
Thank you, Tim. As you were saying, it's quite surprising that Matt Williamson only gets his first win in the Canadian National Series, but the competition has been really strong in this class, especially this season, with all the top Canadian drivers making their way to Cornwall on a weekly basis here at the Speedway under COVID-19 regulation. But getting his 3rd win of the season, the 6th of Matt Williamson. Make sure he puts his face covering on. Matt, congratulations. 3rd win of the season. Wow, quite a clinic here tonight. Perfect night. You had quite a hot rod here.
Yeah, really good car. I can't thank my crew enough for making the trip. Merrittville finished late last night. I think we got done at 11:30, got home at 12:30, and we were back at the shop at 7 to try and get it turned around, come here today. So can't thank them 4 guys for doing that. And it really shows how much hard work we put into it to be this good tonight. And, what a facility. Racetrack's incredible. It's so racy. You can race all over the place, even when you get into lap traffic. It's fun racing around there. So hats off to the Laverne family for putting a race on such a nice racetrack.
You put quite a move on that lap 12 with Kerry Terrence. You didn't waste any time to take the lead on that one, and after that you were off.
Yeah, I started to actually hang a little bit around lap 35. I didn't know where anybody else was, and I couldn't really pass lap cars as easy as I could earlier in the race. So thank God it was only 50 laps, because I don't know if we'd still be standing here if it was 100.
Still have a busy schedule ahead of you with Oktoberfest coming. There's the Fall National next week. Busy time and fun times, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we got the 2 races at Brockville next week we're really excited about. Paul's putting on quite an event over there, and it's cool to race for that much money in these kind of times. So excited about that, and then we're going to head over stateside for 3 weeks and race 13 races in 3-week period. So it'll be a long stretch, and we're excited for it.
All right, so congratulations on that 3rd win and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Well, Matt Williamson, your feature winner here tonight. In the modifieds, I'll go speak to Corey Wheeler, our points leader in the Fatlas Chipstand series here. Corey, good run again here tonight. You won the first event. I know you're running for the points, always winning for the win. Wanted to win events here at the Speedway, having Matt Williamson tonight again, but you had quite a run, and hopefully you'll be securing that track title.
Yeah, hopefully. Anytime you finish to Matt Williamson second, he's a legend. He's won just about everything. So to be right there at the end was a lot of fun. And Bernier is probably one of the best runners around here. To race with those guys is an honor and a lot of fun.
It's been, I'm pretty sure you were wishing for a lap, a caution. We got it on lap 42, and that's where you were able to make your move on Bernie at that point.
Yeah, you know, I don't think I was going to get Dingwall. We were all about the same speed. Bernier was maybe a little bit faster, but starting on the outside of the second row was a little bit of an advantage, and we found a little bit of something in the middle there with the last couple laps. So, you know, sometimes the cautions hurt you and sometimes they help you, but that one helped us.
At least tonight the track surface was good for everyone. Multiple lane on that track, so it's good. And anyone you would like to thank for having a good car again tonight?
First, I got to thank all my crew. You know, my daddy's out of the hospital. He's here tonight. My little guy and wife are at home. Fat Less's Chip Stand, Seaway GM, Glengarry Auto Glass, Eastern Ontario Sign, Olson Fab, Irwin Supply, Donkey One Enterprise. Yeah, Mike Laddiser pretty much pulled a tire off his car to give it to us tonight so we'd have the right one. So it takes a lot of good friends, and, you know, can't do it without Les. He's the backbone here.
All right, so congratulations on your second. Corey Wheeler finishing second here tonight in the Fat Less Chip Stand Canadian National. I'll go speak to Steve Bernier. Steve, une belle troisième ce soir. Bonne bataille avec justement la neutralisation à la fin. On se battait pour la deuxième place. Matt Williamson qui était vraiment dans une autre zone avec justement la piste qui a pris du rythme, la finale qui a pris du rythme. Mais on est somme toute satisfait de cette troisième-là.
Oui, c'est pas facile, 3 soirs de course en 3 jours. Puis l'équipe à la fin d'année est un petit peu plus réduite. Manquait de temps un petit peu pour la préparation de pneus ce soir, mais la voiture était quand même passablement bien. Un gros merci à toute mon équipe. Ils n'ont pas lâché. L'autre semaine, on a eu une grosse bad luck. Il y avait la moitié de la voiture qui était tout démontée, remettre un nouveau devant. Elle va très bien, mais c'est ça, un petit peu la fatigue à la fin d'année.
On a testé beaucoup aussi cette saison, de ce que j'ai pu comprendre, autant ici qu'à d'autres pistes également. Donc, une saison, on est quand même satisfait de notre saison 2020 jusqu'ici?
Oui, écoute, c'est sûr que quand tu fais des tests, c'est pas tout le temps super. Sauf que si t'en fais pas, t'avances pas. Fait que moi, mon frère en a fait beaucoup. Écoute, lui, il a eu une super saison. Moi, un petit peu moins bonne, mais écoute, on va se reprendre l'an prochain.
All right, félicitations pour ta troisième place. Steve Bernier finishing third. Steve was mentioning that he was doing a lot of testing this year. He had a few bad lucks over the season, but still he's pretty happy to be able to finish third here tonight. And I'll switch to French just to translate the first two runners. Matt Williamson, il dit quelle surface, quelle piste ce soir encore une fois. Très heureux d'avoir pu gagner. Il dit, je pense qu'il m'en manquait quelque peu à la fin. Il dit, je pense que ça avait été une finale de 100 tours. Je suis pas sûr que je serais dans le cercle des vainqueurs ce soir. Lui qui termine premier, évidemment. Mais il dit, ça a été toute une course. Puis, encore une fois, chapeau à la famille Lavergne de pouvoir présenter cet événement-là. Il mentionnait également que ça va être vraiment une fin de saison très occupée là, avec 13 courses au cours des dernières semaines. Lui qui va faire partie du Oktoberfest du côté de la région de Syracuse au cours des prochaines semaines. Donc, Matt Williamson qui remporte la victoire. Du côté de Corey Wheeler, évidemment, très heureux de quand même terminer deuxième. Il dit être capable de finir deuxième derrière Williamson, qui est vraiment un des pilotes à surveiller toujours du côté des modifiés. Donc, Wheeler qui veut évidemment gagner le championnat de la série Canadian Nationals cette saison, qui termine deuxième. On les voit les deux justement en discussion, Matt Williamson et puis Corey Wheeler, alors que Steve Bernier vient les rejoindre pour le top 3. So, as the top three are taking their final photos here, we're getting ready for the Sportsman, the TAS Racing Sportsman Series, getting ready for action. 26 cars ready to do battle, 50-lap event. So, should be a good one, Tim.
So, the second leg of the TAS Racing Sportsman Series rolling to the Speedway. Ricky Thompson will go away from the pole. Outside will be Cedric Govro and Eric Govro in the 22C. I knew I was going to mix that up sooner or later. Row number 2 is going to be Robert Delorme, and the 1X alongside of him will be C.D. Beauchamp in the number 88. Row 3, Fire Swap in the number 88, alongside of Justin Lalancet, making his 18th consecutive start, most all time in the number 1 machine. Row number 4, Scott McGill in the 04 with the 22C of Cedric Govro. Row number 5, Jason Rose in the 18 JR along with Gabe Sear in the number 94. Jared Herbison starts from 11th in the 38 alongside of Ryan Stabler in the 77E. Adam Rosen in the number 3 goes from 13th with Jill Goddard in the 65 going from 14th. 15th will be Thomas Cook in the number 35. Alongside of him will be Denny Forg in the number 82. 17th starters Dale Gifford in the 70 with Justin DeRosier in the 29D. Jonathan Ferguson, winner of the opener 2 weeks ago, he goes from 19th in the 44 with the number 88 of Chris Ferguson. Michael Delorme in the number 10 goes from 21st with Carl Potvin in the 14, lining up 22nd. Dominic Merkley goes from 23rd alongside of Daryl Mitchell in the 37. Final row, Billy Cook in the M70 goes from 25th. 26th starter is Steve Morris. That is your official starting lineup as we get set to go green. Second leg of the TAS Racing Sportsman Series is about to get underway. Into turn number 3 and 4, we're green in Cornwall. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Cedric Govro able to take the spot away. Ricky Thompson right there with him in second. How about this C.D. Beauchamp guy trying to hold off some of the best in the business? Right now he's battling with Robert Delorme for position number 3 as they work in turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Cedric Govro able to get the advantage over Ricky Thompson, albeit by about a half a car length. Into turn number 3 and 4 and across the line. Here comes Robert Delorme in a battle for second already with a 1R Ricky Thompson. Thompson has the second spot. Delorme trying to take it away from him as a pair of ones going at it for spot number 2. Delorme gets to the inside, gets around Thompson for position as they swing it across the line. C.D. Beauchamp able to hold on to fourth. One of Justin Lalonset holding on to position number 5 at the moment. Right now, Eric Govro in command of the field as they bring it down across the line at lap number 4. Eric, of course, making his debut tonight in this race for the Cure Series. Has a couple of starts in Canadian Nationals competition, but has never run one of these series races. And this would be something if he could get his first ever series win, but right now he's got Robert Delorme and Ricky Thompson to deal with as they're about 4 car lengths back as they bring it across the line at lap number 6. Top 3 broken away from the field. C.D. Beauchamp now back there in 4th. Still, Justin Lalonset giving some pressure from the 5 spot. Cedric Govro, brand new car for him, holding on to 6th. 7th is Ryan Stabler. Fire Swamp having another solid run. He's holding on to spot number 8 at the moment. 9th is Gabriel Sear. And rounding out your top 10 is Jason Rose in the 18 JR as Scott McGill is taking his machine to pit road. Clean and green through the opening 7 laps. Make it 8 this time by as they come across the line. Eric Govro well in command. By about 3 car lengths, Robert Delorme still continues to chip away at the lead as he hustles down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Delorme trying to run around the bottom, puts a couple of tires into the infield trying to find some bite as they click off lap number 9. We're about 1/5 of the way through this contest. Eric Govro has led every lap so far. Robert Delorme, Ricky Thompson second and third, separated by about a half a straightaway. C.D. Beauchamp doing a great job holding on the 4th in his second ever start. Back there behind them, 3 wide for the 5 spot, nearly. Cedric Govro able to take it away and get out of that mess in a hurry. But Ryan Stabler trying to fight back to the bottom. This is a good battle going on here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Govro has it. In the meantime, battle is on for the race lead. Robert Delorme peeking down to the inside lane on Eric Govro as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Govro trying to get around Daryl Mitchell as they work it through turns 3 and 4 and across the line at lap number 12. 12 laps complete. Battle is on for the race lead. Here comes Robert Delorme on that outside lane. Robert knows these sportsman cars very well. Eric Govro, oh my goodness, Delorme just about hopped the cushion over there in turn number 3 and 4. Allowed Eric Govro to get away. But right now, Eric trying to find the way by Daryl Mitchell and Carl Potvin as they work it up off of corner number 2 and down the backstretch. In the meantime, Eric Govro laying the iron to the 37 of Darrell Mitchell, saying, get out of my way, I got some place to go. Robert Delormier is thinking the other way. He's trying to get him to hold him up just another lap or so. And right now, Eric Govro finally sees daylight, gets on by Darrell Mitchell. Now will Robert Delormier able to do the same thing here as we work in lap number 15. 35 laps left to go. Still quite a ways to go in this event. As Govro able to hold the top spot. Robert Delormier still right there with him, right in striking distance as he holds on to position number 2. Dives to the bottom lane into turn number 3 and 4. Govro able to hold the lead as we click off lap 16. Side by side again for the lead, coming off the corner. There are even terms on the back straightaway into turn number 3. Delormier may have a quicker car on the inside lane, but Govro with the experience drives away on the top side in lap 17. Ricky Thompson still third, followed by Cedric Govro and Ryan Stabler. That's your top 5 for Robert Delormier. Pushing the veteran as hard as he can through turns 3 and 4. Pretty impressive run, though, for Eric Govro to be this long out of a race car and still be this competitive. Not great equipment underneath him, but right now he's got a pretty good driver to the inside lane, and Robert Delormier takes over the lead at lap 18. But Delormier stuck behind a lap car. Here comes Eric Govro back around the top side, trying to make something happen as they head up into turns 1 and 2. Govro drove it deep into the corner that time. Delormier able to throw the slider. He gets on by Govro for the lead in turn number 3. In the meantime, Ricky Thompson's going to have some company in the form of Ryan Stabler. We have got a car around in turn number 2. Jonathan Ferguson goes around. The winner of the opening leg of the series back on September the 6th has turned it around over there in turn number 2. Yellow lights are on at lap 20. As we mentioned, Eric Govro has one start in the Canadian National Series, brought to you by Fat Lass Chip Stand, but has never made a start in this TAS Racing Sportsman Series. Not a bad debut so far. Robert Delormier, of course, he's had plenty of starts in this TAS Racing Series. 12 starts in his career. One career win. That coming back on August the 7th of 2016. So it has been a long time since Robert Delormier has been to the winner's circle in this TAS Racing Series. Ricky Thompson, his best finish, 2 ninth place efforts, the most recent on August the 4th of last year. Ryan Stabler, he's got a pair of second place finishes, one of those coming in the series opener last year on May 19th. Cedric Govro is yet to score a top 5 finish in this series. He holds on to position number 5 at the moment. 6th is his best effort. Gabriel Sear holds on to position number 6. Gabriel 5th is his best effort. September the 4th of 2016. So we'll see how it all pans out. C.D. Beauchamp continues to have an impressive run, holding on to 7th. Justin Lancet, who has started all 18 of these races, holds on to position number 8. 9th, Jason Rose. Fire Swap, what a great run for him, holding on to spot number 10. Jared Herbison up to 11th. Had to start at the rear as he made his way out on one of the pace laps, so he had to start from the tail of the field and has made his way up into the 11th spot. We'll see how this all unfolds as Robert Delormier and Eric Govro bring him back to the line, and we're green. Robert Delormier able to hold the lead down on the inside lane. Eric Govro right there with him, though. Up on the outside lane, Govro getting a little aggressive on the top side, and he'll clear Robert Delormier down in front by a half a car length to take over the top spot. But here comes Ryan Stabler on that back bumper of Delormier and Govro as they head up into turns 3 and 4. Robert Delormier continuing to work the bottom, trying to hold off the veteran Eric Govro into turns 1 and 2. Govro, great race car up on that outside lane, able to clear Delorme once again down the back chute. It's a three-car battle for the lead as we click off lap number 23. Ryan Stabler trying to go through the middle. That didn't quite work that time. Pretty much equal at the front of the field between your top three cars. Govro might be a little better coming off the top side of corner number 2 as he holds on to the lead by mere inches out there. Delorme downer on the bottom, but here comes Eric Govro back to the point at lap 24. Ryan Stabler, he's trying to move in on Robert Delorme. Delorme, maybe his car looks like it's going away on him just a little bit, but one of the drivers I'm keeping my eye on right now is Jarrett Herbison. He started tail on the field and has muscled his way up into the number 6 position and is on the move forward in the number 38 ride. Trying to close in on Gabe Sear for position number 5 as we continue to watch the lead battle between Eric Govro, Robert Delorme, and Ryan Stabler take shape. Govro still leads by a half car length at lap 26. Nobody in their series debut has won a series race in this TAS Racing Sportsman Series. Eric Govro trying to change that here tonight as we click off lap 27. They made a little contact that time coming off of turn number 4. Delorme and Govro getting after it here as Ryan Stabler watches the battle unfold from position number 3. In the meantime, Ricky Thompson holding on to 4th. He's getting some pressure from Jared Herbison and Gabriel Sear as once again our leaders get close coming off the corner. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Govro able to take it over down the back straightaway. Robert Delorme continuing to show the wheels down on the inside lane. Govro nearly jumped over the top side of corner number 4 that time, but he straightened it out at lap 29. Able to hold on to the top spot. Ryan Stabler trying to pick a lane, trying to figure out, oh my goodness, and just as I say that, Stabler breaks going down the back straightaway. Hands over 3rd to Ricky Thompson. Now it's just a 2-car battle for the race lead as we click off lap number 30. Ryan Stabler trying to ease that car back to pit road. In the meantime, the battle for the lead still goes on. Robert Delorme trying to hold off the veteran Eric Govro. Into turn number 3, Delorme clears him finally coming off the corner and across the line at lap 31. Straight away behind is the battle for 3rd. Gabe Sear has it. Ricky Thompson trying to take it back. And Jared Herbison right there to challenge him as they head through turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. Justin Lalanset still there for spot number 6. 7th is Cedric Govro. 8th at the moment is the number 3 of Adam Rozon. 9th is Jason Rosen. Fire Swamp having a solid run, holding on to position number 10. Off of turn number 4, your leader is in traffic, trying to work on getting by Carl Potvin down the front straightaway. And we got a car around over there in turn number 2. It's Denny Ford. The 82 of Denny Ford around in turn number 2. Yellow lights are back on. Unfortunate for Ryan Stabler running in spot number 3, as I mentioned earlier. Pair of second place finishes was his best effort in this series, including last year in the series opener on May 19th. But it all goes away on Stabler right now. But Robert Delorme continues the search for that second career series win. Trying to join Shane Pecor, Martin Peltier, Matthew Desjardins, and now Jonathan Ferguson as multi-time series winners. Pretty impressive, though, for Eric Govro to be out of a race car and kind of jump in when he wants to. He won his first modified feature here. He won his first Pro Stock feature here. Could he maybe get his first ever Sportsman win? We'll have to find out here shortly as we work lap 33. 17 laps left to go. So it'll be Robert Delorme, Eric Govro, Gabe Sear, Ricky Thompson, and Jared Herbison, the top 5 at the moment. Justin Lalanset having a good run, holding on to 6th. Cedric Govro up there in spot number 7. Adam Rose on his first start of the season, period, holding on to spot number 8 right now. Jason Rose is 9th. Fire Swamp, very impressive, holding on to 10th. 11th is Jonathan Ferguson after that spin. He has come up close to the top 10 now. C.D. Beauchamp, he continues to hang on to 12th. Last week he finished right there, so we'll see if he can maybe break back into the top 10 as we work lap 33. Jason Aikman has them at his control, and we're back to green. Robert Delorme once again gets out in front. And Eric Govro, not much he can do about it. He's just have to settle in on the top side and try to run Delorme back down as we click off lap 34. And now Gabriel Sear starts to come into the picture. Man who has won twice this season, once here in Cornwall and earlier this year at Autodrome Granby. Holding on to second, Ricky Thompson, Jared Herbison, that's your top five, and back in about 7th, 8th, and 9th, they're 3 wide. Jason Rose, Fire Swamp, and Cedric Govro. Fire not afraid of it, drives around a couple of great drivers in his own right up there, holding on to a top 10 run. In the meantime, Jonathan Ferguson getting up into the mix. Ferguson spun earlier in this race, and now he's back up towards the top 10 as they click off lap number 36. 14 laps left to go. Robert Delorme continues to lead the way. Eric Govro and it's Gabriel Sear dicing it up for second and third. In the meantime, Jared Herbison looks to put the move on Ricky Thompson for the number 4 spot. He loves that inside lane around here. He told me a couple of weeks ago, if I can get a couple of tires on that inside berm, I'll find some bite somehow. And there he goes, right around Ricky Thompson for the 4 spot. So Jared Herbison on the move late in the going as we work lap 38, 12 to go for Robert Delorme. Eric Govro, he's put up a great fight all race long. Not much he can do about it except hold on to second and see what happens as the laps continue to click off. 11 to go for Robert Delorme as he comes down the front straightaway and across the line. Half straightaway advantage for Delorme. The 22 of Eric Govro, what a fantastic run. Holding on to second, Gabe Sear, Jared Herbison, Ricky Thompson, that's your top 5. 6th is Adam Rose on an impressive run for him in his first start of the season. Holding on to the number 6 position. Justin Lalonde at 7th. Jonathan Ferguson continues to charge forward. He's up into spot number 8, or at least battling with Jason Rose for that spot as he runs 9th. Cedric Govro completes the top 10, and we got a car way out of the ballpark. It looks like it's Steve Morris in the 58. Yellow lights are on at lap 41. So Steve Morris in the number 58 will get the car righted and back to the tail of the field for the restart. Robert Delorme continues to show the way. Robert to go along with that 1 win, 4 top 5 finishes and 6 top 10s in his career with the TAS Racing Sportsman Series. That's across 12 starts. Here at Cornwall, Gabe Sear back there in spot number 3 was working on Eric Govro for second until that caution came out. Govro will restart on the outside of row number 1. Delorme and Govro both like the lanes that they have selected. It looks like Robert may have a little bit better handling race car, at least on the bottom side of the speedway. Eric's fast around the top side, but it's such a long way around this speedway, and Delorme knows the quick way around is the bottom. That's where he's been successful his entire career here. But he'll try to fend off the veteran with 9 laps left to go. 41 are complete. Ready to go at the Wired Audio Fire Zone in turn number 4, and we're back to green. Delorme gets away with the lead. Here comes Jared Herbison. He tried to thread the needle between Gabriel Sear and Eric Govro. That didn't quite work. As they work in turns 3 and 4, Delorme slipped up the racetrack a little bit. Here comes Eric Govro and one last charge down the front chute. 8 laps remaining, and Robert Delorme trying to hold on to the lead. Meanwhile, behind them, Gabriel Sear trying to find his way around Eric Govro for second. In the meantime, Jared Herbison is now trying to fend off the 3 of Adam Rozon for the number 4 spot. He's doing it for now, but the laps are continuing to click off, and now Gabriel Sear has gotten around Eric Govro for the moment. Govro fighting back on the outside lane as we work through turns 3 and 4 and across the line. Sear clears Govro down in front. He's now into the 2 spot with 6 to go. Does he have enough time to catch Robert Delorme? That's the next question. Getting by him is going to be another chore. But right now, Gabriel Sear having a great run in second. Govro third, being pressured by Jared Herbison as he works the inside lane. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1. 5 laps left to go. And Robert Delorme continues to drive away from the field. got about 5 car lengths over Gabriel Sear as we work lap 46, this time by 4 to go for Delormier. Meanwhile, Jared Herbison continues to move forward, working on Eric Govro for position number 3, and he's going to get it down the back straightaway, closing in quickly on Gabriel Sear for second. Into turn number 3 and 4 to go, this time by 3 to go for Robert Delormier. Battle is going to be on for second. From the tail of the field, Jared Herbison trying to run down Gabe Sear and get the number 2 spot, and maybe catch a late race caution. Into turn number 3 and 4, 2 to go for Robert Delormier. Can Gabe Sear hold on to second? It's going to be a tall order as Jared Herbison's got a quick race car. Into turn number 1 and 2, Sear slides up the hill. Here comes Jared Herbison in a bit for second with Eric Govro and Adam Rosa. White flag in the air this time by Robert Delormier leads the way. It's been a long time since Robert Delormier has been to victory lane in one of these past Racing Sportsman Series races. Into turn number 3 and 4, he's done it. Robert Delormier gets his second series win. At the line for second, it's going to go to Gabriel Sear. Jared Herbison will cross in third. Eric Govro's debut in the series comes home in position number 4. Adam Rozon's first race of the season will end up in position number 5. What a run for Robert Delormier. Had to fend off one of the veterans at the Speedway to get it done. And hold off a couple of young lions behind him there in the form of Gabriel Sear and Jared Herbison as well. But he gets it done tonight, his second series win. His first since August the 7th of 2016. Boy, that's a long time ago. But Delormier now becomes the 5th multi-time winner in this TAS Racing Series, joining Shane Pecor, Martin Peltier, Matthew Desjardins, and Jonathan Ferguson in that category. His 5th top 5 finish in this series as well. The Vintage Fall Showdown for 20 laps is scheduled to come up next, brought to you by Cornwall Motor Speedway and McColeman Media, as Robert Delormier, Gabriel Sear, and Jared Herbison will occupy the top 3 spots in victory lane, and we're going downstairs to Martin Belanger.
Thank you, Tim. It was quite event here in the Sportsman, as good battles for these top 3. These drivers worked pretty hard tonight to gain those positions. Beaucoup de bonnes batailles dans cette finale de 50 tours avec Robert Delormier qui a eu une bonne bataille avec Eric Govro pendant plusieurs tours alors qu'il sort de sa voiture. He's out of his car. The 1X of Robert Delormier, your feature winner here tonight. Sure that he removes all his protective gear here, and I'll have a word with our feature winner. Make sure he wears his face mask here. Robert Delormier, congratulations. Good run here tonight. That must have been fun, battling with a veteran driver. You've known him well in the pits, Eric Govro, back in the Sportsman tonight. But the bottom lane was the way to go, and it worked pretty well tonight.
Yeah, at the beginning of the bottom was okay, but I ended up in the middle of the track on both ends there. The car hooks up really good there. I think last time I won, I ran there, and I don't know, I don't like running the top. It's too far out there, and it's kind of scary. I gotta thank my crew. Man, they work so hard all week getting these cars together. We got a couple cars in the garage. Can't thank them enough. I gotta thank all my sponsors, Big Dave, Thompson Motorsports, Dig Race Shocks work good again. West Front, D-Stone, DTC Trucking, RSI, all them guys that helped me out. Really appreciate it, and love the track like this. It's great. I don't know how far. I raced Cedric for I don't know how many laps, half the race maybe, and geez, what a race.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining, so congratulations on your win. Robert Delorme, your feature winner here in the Sportsman. Go have a word with Gabriel Cyr finishing second. Gabriel, congratulations. Good run here tonight. Quite a finish with Jared Urbison. All the young guns are putting a great show here at the Speedway, and it's good for the series, but it's been quite a year for you this year.
Yeah, it's been good. The last 3-4 weeks here, we've won the heat, and the invert hasn't been in our favor, so tried to start 10th, 11th, 12th, and tonight we started 10th and finished second, so we'll take it.
It's a lot of work. We've seen some good battles for the lead between Govro and Delorme, and after that, you guys had to work hard tonight. The track was good everywhere, but at least it was probably a really fun 50-lap event.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, racing clean and like that, and nobody hitting each other, and it was a lot of fun tonight.
Anyone you would like to thank for this great car?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my girlfriend, Steve, he's not here tonight, but he's done a lot of work. My brother, JM Greenhouse came on with us last year, and he's been a really big help to our team. JS Flooring, Doggy Style Day Spa, J&A Collision, Shell Joulot, Drywall, my grandparents, everybody who's helped out on the car over the years, and feels good to finally run up front.
All right, so congratulations on that second place. Gabriel Cyr, your second place finisher, and I'll have a word with Jared Urbison. Jared, congrats on that third. You had to work your butt off on that one. You started at the back of the field, and you almost got that second place. I'm pretty sure you're happy with that podium finish here tonight.
Yeah, definitely happy with the run. Upsetting, we were supposed to start 11th, and we had a flat in the lineup, so we had to get the right front changed, and it was a tough to come back up through. There's a lot of good cars, and once we got to 6th, 7th, the right rear felt burnt off. So I got to thank everybody, my mom, dad, my grandpa, my mom, and all my sponsors, Limestone Limousine, Draper Doors, Herbison Tree Service, Tricked Out Promotions for all the help. Yeah.
So congratulations, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Jared Urbison finishing third here tonight, so for our friends on 360 Night, I'll switch to French. Donc, Robert Delorme qui remporte la victoire disait que l'intérieur, ça a été tout un plaisir de pouvoir courir avec Éric Gauvreau pendant plusieurs tours avec le vétéran. Ils disent, habituellement, j'étais habitué de rouler plus à l'intérieur de la piste. On a pris la ligne du milieu. Ça a fonctionné. Il dit, j'aime pas rouler à l'extérieur. Il dit, en farce, ça me fait peur, mais il dit, on avait une excellente voiture. Donc, Robert Delorme qui remporte la victoire. Du côté de Gabriel Cyr, une belle deuxième. On a parti 10e. On a beaucoup de difficultés avec les invert draw. On n'est pas chanceux. On est parti 10e. On a dû travailler extrêmement fort. Puis être capable de ramener la voiture en deuxième position ce soir, on est très, très heureux. C'était vraiment une course vraiment le fun à courir, 50 tours avec tous les pilotes. Puis ça a été une course qui était propre également avec tous les pilotes en piste. Donc, Gabriel Cyr qui est heureux d'avoir gagné. Du côté de Jared Urbison, vous l'avez vu, devait partir 11e, on partit dernier dans cette finale. Lui qui avait une crevaison dans la ligne en attente pour prendre la course, puis a dû changer son pneu. Mais quand même, toute une performance ce soir, puis très heureux d'avoir pu terminer sur la troisième marche du podium. Donc, Jared Urbison, un des jeunes pilotes prometteurs avec évidemment Gabriel Cyr. Donc, beaucoup d'avenir du côté des Sportsmen à Cornwall. So a lot of future for the Sportsmen here as the veteran Robert Delorme finished in front of two young guns in Gabriel Cyr and Jared Urbison. So, a lot of good runners for the next upcoming years, at least in the Sportsman and probably for the modifies for these guys. So back up to you, Tim, as we're getting ready for the 20-lap vintage event.
Tim McColeman in the 09 inside of row number 3 along with the 53 of Jason Powers. Row number 4, Sheldon Hoogwerf in the 27 with the B3 of Steve Billings. The B10 of Paul Billings inside row number 4 alongside of the 88 of Steve Lackey. Next row inside, it's the number 3 of Brian Billings with the 13 of Kayla Charlin. Tim Charlin in the number 12 inside of that next row alongside of Daryl Wilson in the 00. Pat Charlin lines up inside of that final row along with Audie Bedard in the 11. Final row back there all by himself. And car number 74 from Kingston, it's Brian Powley. That is your starting lineup for the Fall Vintage Showdown. Brought to you by Cornwall Motor Speedway and McCollum Media. White flag will be displayed this time by 20 laps is the distance. The Assist to Sell mini stocks are up next to conclude out a great night of racing. Hopefully you're enjoying it here at the Speedway, and if you're watching at home on 360nitro.tv, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Lots of racing left to go. So Ryan Como and Rainey Gaudette pacing the field through turns 3 and 4. The Fall Vintage Showdown is green. Quickly through 1 and 2, Randy Gaudette on that outside lane will take over the lead down the back straightaway. The 28 of Ryan Como there for second as Josh Powers working the high side as well. He holds on to third. Jason Powers is fourth, and Billings Jr. completes the top 5 as we click off lap number 1. 20 laps is the slated distance, remember, as Randy Gaudette, who won here earlier this year, holds on to the lead. Josh Powers, he's got a win here as well. Ryan Como has not won here yet, but has got a great race car to possibly do it tonight as we work lap number 2. 4 cars nestled right together as they work it down the back straightaway. Great move on the outside by Jason Powers. He charges around Ryan Como to pick up position number 3. Como back to 4th. The battle for 5th shaping up to be a good one. Denzel Billings Jr. has the spot. Steve Billings, former track champion here in the semi-pro street stock ranks, holding on to position number 5 as he's got the outside lane to his liking. He'll hold on to the 5th spot. In the meantime, Josh Powers going after veteran Randy Gaudette down the front stretch into turn number 1. Gaudette to that inside lane. Josh Powers around the top side, and Josh Powers to the lead in turn number 3. Gaudette trying to maintain pace with him off of turn number 4 and across the line. 6 laps are complete, or 5 laps complete rather, as they work it off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Jason Powers, Ryan Como, your top 4 drivers. Then everybody after Steve Billings for the number 5 position. Sheldon Hoogworth sneaks by Tim McCollman on the inside lane. McCollman kicked back to the number 7 spot. 8th is still Denzel Billings Jr. 9th is Paul Billings. Kayla Charlin now completes the top 10. But Josh Powers, definitely the class of the field here in early going. Working lap number 7, 13 laps to go. Powers in control. They head up into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. In the meantime, your top 3 drivers starting to close in on some traffic. They got Brian Powley just in front of the leader as they get by him with no problem. Monty Bedard is the next driver to go a lap down. Bedard throws it down to the inside portion of the speedway, getting out of the way of the 73 of Powers as they click off lap number 9. This time by, we're closing in on the halfway point. 9 down, 11 to go. Josh Powers is in command and pulling away. Not much Rainey Gaudette or Jason Powers can do about it at the moment. Ryan Como still there for 4th. Steve Billings has been able to fend off Sheldon Hoogworth and Tim McCollman. For the moment, McCollman has the number 7 spot. He was looking to the inside lane on Sheldon Hoogworth as they work in turns 3 and 4. Hoogworth letting Steve Billings know that he is there. A couple old street stock rivals going at it. Tim McCollman, who just got behind the wheel of a vintage car last year, had a great time and is having an even better time right now. He sneaks down to the low lane, gets by Steve Billings to move up into the top 5 for the first time tonight. And the McCollum Motorsports, McCollum Media number 9 machine is now up into the top 5 with 11 laps complete. Off of turn number 4, your leader Josh Powers trying to get by Pat Charlin to put him a lap down. 12 laps down, 8 more to go. It has been the Josh Powers show at the front of the field as they work it down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. 13 laps complete, 7 to go for Josh Powers. Randy Gaudette, still not much you can do about it, holding on to 2nd. Jason Powers still all by himself there in 3rd, as is Ryan Como in spot number 4. Tim McCollman has broken free of all the traffic. He holds on to position number 5. Sheldon Hoogworth and Steve Billings continue to have their fight for position number 6. As they work it down the back straightaway, Steve Billings has the number 6 spot. Hoogworth trying to take it away from him. Up into turns 3 and 4 to go. Now Paul Billings sneaking into the mix as well. Billings holds on to 8th right here. 9th is Steve Billings, Brian Billings. And rounding out the top 10 is Denzel Billings Jr. 5 to go, and your leader continues to cut through the traffic. Randy Gaudette has actually cut the lead down to about 7 or 8 car lengths as they work in turns 3 and 4. Powers able to clear the 88 of Steve Lackey down the front shield. He'll get by Kayla Charlin down the front straightaway as well. 4 to go. Can Randy Gaudette close the gap? He's narrowed it by a little bit more down the back straightaway. This traffic is definitely helping Randy Gaudette, and Gaudette is sailing that car into the corners trying to catch Josh Powers. 3 to go. Can Powers hold on for the win? We'll find out in just a few more laps. Gaudette caught in traffic. He's caught behind the 13 of Kayla Charlin and the 88 of Steve Lackey. Not much he can do about it at the moment. Off of turn number 4. 2 to go for Josh Powers. Looking to get yet another win here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Powers works it down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He's opened up over a straightaway over Gaudette, who's caught in traffic in turn number 3. White flag in the air for Josh Powers. Clear racetrack in front of them, no problems whatsoever as they work it through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Final time into turn number 3. Josh Powers sets it up off the bottom side of the speedway and down the front straightaway. Another win in the Vintage division for Josh Powers. He takes the Vintage Showdown here at Cornwall. Second will go to Randy Gaudette. Jason Powers comes home third. Ryan Como to fourth. Tim McColeman will cross in position number 5. So Josh Powers collects his third win here at the Cornwall Speedway in the Vintage Division. The Fall Vintage Showdown is complete. We're going to Martin Belanger trackside.
Thank you, Tim. Another dominant race for Josh Powers here. Une autre performance pour Josh Powers. Beaucoup de bonnes voitures cette saison dans la classe Vintage. On voit les deux Powers, justement, qui ont terminé 1 et 3, le duo père et fils, Randy Gaudette qui est de retour, Pete Stapper, Tim McColeman. C'est 5 bonnes voitures du côté des Vintage ici ce soir qui ont terminé dans le top 5. But right now it's all Josh Powers as he's getting out of the car. He can hear you. The J73 of Josh Powers. Josh, congratulations. I'll let you put your face mask on. Josh, another strong run here at the Speedway, third win of the season. That car is running really well this season. You and your father finished third again here tonight with Randy Gaudette. Those guys are the class. You guys are the class of the field so far in the Vintage.
Yeah, my dad was really fast last year. We built it. This car's a duplicate, a few different things, but no, it works really well.
You guys, I was speaking to your father earlier on this season. I think it's all the hours in the garage during the week that it's paying off right now for both cars. And again, a third win here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we don't make a lot of money with these cars, but if you want to run up front, you still got to put the hours in the garage, and we do that. So, I mean, my girlfriend's there. She helps me every week. I probably couldn't do it without her, so got to thank her.
Anyone else other than your girlfriend? I know we see a few sponsors on this car. I'm pretty sure you want to to thank these guys as well.
Yeah, that's Funds Financial. That's my best friend. He just opened that company. He's doing insurance and investments, so he's a big help for sure.
All right, so congratulations on your win, Josh. Well deserved. So Josh Powers winning the 70 and 80 Vintage here tonight. I'll have a quick word with Kayla Charlin, who finished in the 50 and 60s. It's I always speak to the top winner, but I'll speak to the 50 and 60s. Kayla, congratulations, good run here tonight. What's the big difference between those two classes? We always see those 5-6 cars, and then you guys are well, I won't say slower, but there's a big difference between the two difference.
It's the year of the chassis. It has to be in pre-1996. Full steel body, and we weigh 2,500 pounds.
So you guys are heavier than
heavier, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been running with the Vintage for how many years now?
Oh, probably about 10 years, but in between kids, about 5. So this is my first year back since my last trial.
It's been a fun club to have you guys. We've been having you here at Cornwall all the season long. A lot of respect between all the drivers, between the two classes.
Yeah.
So it's always a treat to have you guys on the track.
We're just a big family. That's it.
Anyone you would like to thank for this good run here tonight?
My mom, my dad, my spouse, Stephen Billings, my 4 kids, my Uncle Pat. It's great. It's fun.
All right, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So Kayla Charland, the winner in the 50 and 60. You see, it's a big family as you see the vintage. They've been here all season long. There's a lot of history in that series. So it's nice to see these drivers, and like I said, a lot of respect. So I'll just switch quickly to French. Josh Powers qui remporte une 3e victoire cette saison. Mentionnait que c'est c'est une voiture qui est vraiment une copie conforme de la voiture de son père, la voiture 53. Puis c'est beaucoup de travail dans le garage. On met pas beaucoup d'argent dans ces voitures-là, mais on va de l'avant, puis c'est tout le travail. Puis il dit remercier sa conjointe pour toutes les heures, tout le temps qu'on passe dans la voiture. J'ai pris un peu de temps avec Kayla Charland qui a remporté la victoire dans les voitures un peu plus vieilles, dans les 50-60. Je me mentionnais un petit peu le côté technique. Elles sont plus pesantes que les voitures 70-80. Puis il mentionnait aussi qu'il faut que le châssis soit plus vieux que 1996. Puis ça fait une dizaine d'années que Kayla course avec les vintage. Puis il y a toujours beaucoup de camaraderie dans cette catégorie. Puis Kayla Charland qui remporte la victoire du côté des 50 et 60 ce soir. Donc voici vos 2 gagnants, donc Josh Powers and Kayla Charland, your 2 winners here tonight. Tim, I always speak to the 70 and 80, but I had to speak to the 50 and 60 as well tonight, so well-deserved win for Kayla Charland. We're getting ready for the final event of tonight as the mini stocks are ready to do battle for 20 laps. Last feature of the evening. Back up to you, Tim.
Feature of the day as the assist to sell mini stocks roll track side. It will be the 33 of Jan Potvin on the front row. Sebastian Beauregard in 83 alongside. Row 2, it is the 49 of Alexis Charbonneau with Justin Jodway in the number 22J alongside. Mike Gaucher in the number 3. Alongside of Christopher Cardo in the number 50. Row number 4, it's Marc-Andre Voyer in the 21 with the 30 of J.C. Bouchard. Matthew Deschamps aboard car number 10 inside of row number 5, along with the 23 of Brandon McMillan. Mark Dagenet in the 30, along with the 87 of Dan Cook. Final row, it is Tyler LaMarche in the 35. Alongside of him will be the number 25 of Pierre Picard. 20 laps is the distance. Final event of the day. It's the mini stocks at the Wired Audio Fire Zone. We're green. Quickly through turns 1 and 2, Jan Potvin with the lead. Sebastian Beauregard thinks otherwise, drives around the top side. He'll pick up the spot as they head through turns 3 and 4. Justin Jodway, the Applefest Comp 4 winner, holds on to second. Him and Jan Potvin come together here on the front straightaway, but they straighten it out. In the meantime, Alexis Charbonneau trying to move back in as they hustle down the back straightaway. Mike Gaucher there for spot number 5 with Christopher Cardo holding on to 6th. 7th right now, getting some pressure from him is Marc-Andre Voyer in the 21. As we work lap number 2, leaders working pretty good through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Sebastian Beauregard gets a shot in the backside from Justin Jodway as the defending assist to sell mini stock champion trying to get the lead as they work it down the front straightaway. A lot of momentum from that Applefest win at Brighton for Jodway right now. Working through turns 1 and 2. He's got the lead. He's going to try to slide up in front of Beauregard. That's not going to happen. Beauregard back around the top side. Here comes Alexis Charbonneau into the mix once again. As we click off lap number 5, Justin Jodway picks up the lead down the front straightaway through turns 1 and 2. Sebastian Beauregard content to run around the top side of the speedway as the 33 of Jan Potvin problems on the back straightaway. He is going to take it directly to pit road and a tough break for him. In the meantime, 49 of Charbonneau and the 83 of Sebastian Beauregard having their battle for position number 2 as the 49 of Beauregard Alexis Charbonneau trying to slide up in front of Beauregard that time, and he will do it, but we got caution on the racetrack at lap number 6 rather. 6 laps are complete, caution out on the racetrack. Jan Potvin not able to get it to pit road. So, single file. Justin Jodwin, of course, picking up his one of the biggest wins of his career in the Comp 4 division at the Brighton Speedway during the Applefest shootout weekend last week. Talked to promoter at the Brighton Speedway, Mark Rinaldi, earlier this week. Said it was a great show and thanks all the drivers, especially the drivers that came from this way to support that event. Of course, the highlight of the week was the Applefest Sportsman shootout, which was won for a second time by Brad Rouse, second time in 3 years. Of course, normally it's a 2-day deal for the Sportsman cars. Unfortunately, it was down to a 1-day show this year. Brad Rouse was the winner. Jonathan Ferguson collected a second place finish, and Jessica Power came home with a fine third place finish, and congratulations going out to Jessica. So that was the top 3 from the Sportsman. Of course, Justin Jodwin picking up the Applefest Comp 4 feature win that same night. Right now he's trying to get his car into victory lane. Once again, he is the defending track champion in this assist-to-cell mini stock division. Off of turn number 4, we're back to green. Into 1 and 2, Charbonneau down on the bottom. Justin Jodwin able to hold the spot. Here comes Mike Gaucher. Watch him go from the top side in position number 4, trying to close in on Sebastian Beauregard and take away the third spot. They're 2 by 2 through the top 4 spots right now as they head up into turns 1 and 2 at lap number 7. And I'll tell you what, Sebastian Beauregard and Mike Gaucher leaning on one another right now. Here comes Marc-Andre Boyer and Christopher Cordeau into the mix as well. They run in 5th and 6th. J.C. Bouchard is 7th. 8th is the number 10, Amasa Deschamps. 9th is Mark Dagenet. Tyler LaMarche completes the top 10 as they work down the back straightaway. In the meantime, Mike Gaucher takes over spot number 3, former divisional champion here, holding on to 3rd now as the battle for the lead heats up one more time. Justin Jodwin has it. Alexis Charbonneau trying to take it away from him. Justin Jodwin, for a long time, was a standout on the kart track in the lawn tractor division. Won a lot of races and championships in that category. Moved over to the mini stock a couple of years ago and has been a threat every week, and of course won the track championship last year. Trying to add to his great season and great career in this class as he holds on to the lead. Alexis Charbonneau trying to close in and take the spot away from him, though. Mike Gaucher has finally got up to position number 3 as Sebastian Beauregard, who was up into the top 3 spots earlier on, starting to fade towards the mid-portion of this race as he is back there in position number 6. Battling with the 30 of J.C. Bouchard for position number 6, and Bouchard able to take away the spot. In the meantime, your race leader, Justin Jodwin, has company as Sebastian Beauregard. Problems in turn number 4. The 83 slows it to a stop and picks the pace back up here, but he may have to take it to pit road. You can see him trying to get it refired. May have jumped out of gear on him, it sounds like, but he's able to pick it back up. So We are set for green. 12 laps are complete. 8 more to go. Does Justin Jodway have enough left to hold off Alexis Charbonneau? We're going to find out off of turn number 4. We're back to green. Oh my, JC Bouchard goes for a ride. He goes up in the air and stays on all 4 tires. How he did that, I will not know. Yellow lights are on though. Oh my goodness, what a ride he took through the infield there. So 12 laps are complete. Drivers being instructed to make their way around the outside portion of the speedway to give the track crew some time to assist the 30 of JC Bouchard. Took quite a ride through the infield there. And he is out of the car walking away down the front stretch here. So JC Bouchard's night comes to an end. Two sixth place finishes for JC this season as his best finishes, August the 16th and August the 30th. Won't improve on that tonight, obviously, but he'll head back to the pits, and hopefully we'll see him back when our fall showdown weekend comes to town on October 9th, 10th, and 11th. Once again, keep your eyes peeled to social media and our website, cornwallspeedway.com, for all the latest information as to what's going to be happening with that event. And, of course, the 12th Annual Dirt Outlaw Apparel Fall Nationals at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway next Friday and Saturday night. 16 features in 2 days. Not going to want to miss that one, that's for sure. White flag being displayed. Justin Jodway, the race leader. Alexis Charbonneau second. Mike Gaucher third. Christopher Cardeau is fourth, followed by Marc-Andre Voyer. Tyler LaMarche just used patience, and now he's up into the top 6 in the 35. Seventh is Mark Dagenais in the 30. Brandon McMillan is 8th. Pierre Picard 9th. Sebastian Beauregard, despite all those problems, is back into the field here. He'll go from 10th. We got 8 laps to decide the winner. Justin Jodway is still looking for win number 1 of 2020 here at Cornwall to go with that Brighton win last weekend. We're back to green. Into 1 and 2. Once again, Justin Jodway, what a great race car he has. Pulls away. In the meantime, the 49 of Alexis Charbonneau has some company. Christopher Cardeau right there with him to challenge off of turn number 4. And Cardeau takes away position number 2. For a moment, here comes Charbonneau back around the top side of the racetrack as Cardeau slides up in front off of turn number 2. Charbonneau tried the crossover move down the back stretch into turn number 3. Mike Gaucher right there to challenge as well. 5 cars nestled together. Here comes Marc-Andre Voyer up into the mix. Voyer takes away position number 4. Caution flag back out as Sebastian Beauregard, problems still with the number 83, and he'll take it back to pit road. So now 6 laps left to go. Justin Jodway trying to add Cornwall Speedway to the list of tracks he's won at in 2020. Justin making his 6th start of the season. Has improved every week. 12th on June the 6th, 7th on July 12th. Pair of 4th place finishes on August 9th and August 16th. He was 3rd on August the 23rd. Did not compete with us here on September the 6th or August the 30th. 3 straight top 5 finishes coming into tonight, so a win would definitely be helpful. But we'll have to wait and see, as Christopher Cardo is right there with him now off of turn number 4. We're back to green. Jodway once again able to get away. Look out, Pierre Picard and Brandon McMillan come together over there in turn number 1. And McMillan slows with a problem on the back straightaway, and Picard still has it rolling. We're going to stay under green as we've got 5 laps left to go. 5 remain. Justin Jodway in command of the field right now as the battle is on for second. Christopher Curdo has it. Alexi Charbonneau trying to take it away. Pierre Picard slows right in front of the leaders, and everybody had to get on the brakes, and Christopher Curdo loses 3 or 4 spots. And a tough break there for Curdo as he lost a bunch of positions in that exchange, and that opened the door for drivers like Alexis Charbonneau and Marc-Andre Voyer to jump into the top 3. 3 to go for Justin Jodway. Alexis Charbonneau trying to hold on to second, but Marc-Andre Voyer's got a pretty good race car at the moment. Closes in on the back bumper, down the back straightaway. He's putting some pressure on Charbonneau for the 2 spot. Off of turn number 4. 2 to go for Justin Jodway. Looking to get back in the Cornwall Speedway victory lane. He has been here 5 previous times this season. Has yet to go to, oh my, Pierre Picard upside down in turns 1 and 2. Red flag is out. Red is in the air. Red flag is out immediately. Pierre Picard caught that inside berm over there, and it flipped the car around on him quickly. Brandon McMillan stopped immediately. He's actually climbing out of his car to see if he can lend a hand. Everybody's worried about the 25 of Picard over there in turn number 1. It was a tough hit. You see Brandon McMillan over there trying to lend a hand as well. So we'll wait word on his condition. Once again, 2 laps are left to go in this one. And Pierre Picard is A-OK over there. He's just getting out of the car right now. Let's give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. That was a tough hit over there. And what a show of sportsmanship there from Brandon McMillan to jump out of that race car and lend a hand to see what he could do over there. He's assisting getting the car back on all 4 wheels as they get it flipped back over. But the main deal is Pierre Picard is out of that race car and okay. So 2 laps left to decide it. Charbonneau, he would like to get back to victory lane, make it 2 out of 3 weeks, but tough customer there in front of him. Defending track champion Justin Jodway leads the way off of turn number 4, and we're back to green. Green in the air. Justin Jodway holds the top spot as they work down the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed this time by. Does Alexis Charbonneau or Marc-Andre Voyer have anything for the leader? We're going to find out. White flag in the air this time by. Final trip around for Justin Jodway. He works it down the back straightaway. He's got about 2 car lengths over Alexis Charbonneau. He won at Brighton last Saturday night during Applefest. Finally, after 5 tries, the 6th one is going to be the one to get him into victory lane. Justin Jodway breaks through for his first Cornwall win. Alexis Charbonneau, Marc-Andre Voyer, and Mike Gaucher, along with Christopher Cordeau, the top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up. Here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, we're going to go to victory lane for a quick word with our winner. Justin Jodway picks up his first win of 2020 here at Cornwall. Also, as I mentioned, adds to the pay close attention to our social media and our website, of course, here at Cornwall Speedway for all the latest news on the upcoming Fall Showdown weekend at Cornwall. And we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks' time. And we are going to send it downstairs to Martin Belanger with a happy Justin Jodway in Victory Lane. He finally got to Victory Lane in Cornwall.
Thank you, Tim. Justin Jodway qui, comme Tim mentionnait, finalement une victoire cette saison à Cornwall, lui qui a gagné à Brighton la semaine dernière lors du Apple Fest. Toujours une des courses attendues pour les pilotes de 4 cylindres du coin. Cornwall, Brockville et Brighton. Donc, une belle victoire. Toute une fin de saison pour Justin Jodway. So, Justin Jodway, quite the end of 2020 for him as he's getting ready to get out of his 22J ride. And there you go, Justin Jodway. Your feature winner here. So the former track champion, congratulations, Justin.
Thank you.
Quite the end of the year for you as you've won at Brighton and now back here tonight. It's been quite a month of September for you.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a long haul to Brighton, but we did it, and we did it tonight again.
It's been really competitive this year in the four cylinders. A lot of good cars from either Quebec, from the area here. So must be pretty rewarding to be back in the winner's circle.
Yeah, it feels good.
Any sponsors you would like to thank?
Sean's junk removal, and all of them, JLB, Marlboro Homes, Countryside Adventures, the wife.
All right, so congratulations, Justin. Well-deserved win here tonight. Donc, Justin Jodway qui remporte la victoire ce soir. Comme d'habitude, un homme de peu de mots, mais toujours un excellent pilote. Mentionnait que ça a été une longue route pour aller du côté de Brighton, mais pour lui, être capable de remporter une deuxième victoire, c'est super plaisant. Donc, Justin Jodway qui gagne la victoire ce soir du côté des mini-stocks. Donc, c'est ce qui met fin ce soir à ce programme. So, Tim, back up to you for the final words, and then I'll switch it to French for the final words for our 360 Nitro in French.
Well, thanks, Martin Belanger, and as I mentioned, that wraps it up, and we thank everybody who supported us here in 2020. We look forward to seeing you back here in a couple of weeks' time. The first ever Fall Showdown weekend starts October the 9th through the 11th, and once again, we hope everybody could join us, whether it be here at the Speedway in person or online at 360nitro.tv. We hope you'll be watching. So on behalf of the staff and management here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, the Laverne family, my partner as always here in the booth, Martin Belanger, this is Timmy Baltz. Hopefully you've had a great night of racing. Look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks' time. Remember, stay tuned to our social media and our website for further updates on the Fall Showdown weekend. Have a great night, everybody.